Dallas Cowboys, coached by Tom Landry with a record of 7-3, play host to the Green Bay Packers, coached by Bart Starr. Their record is 6-3-1. The Washington Redskins await the winner. The Redskins yesterday eliminating the Minnesota Vikings by a score of 21-7. The Redskins will host the NFC Championship game at RFK Stadium next Saturday. That game to be broadcast right here on CBS Radio. Last week, the Green Bay Packers rode an early goal line stand and 4 Lynn Dickey touchdown passes to a 41-16 win against the St. Louis Cardinals. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to overcome a 17-16 deficit and earn a 30-17 win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As far as the series standing between these two teams, the Green Bay Packers, one of just 3 teams holding a series edge against Dallas. The Cowboys and Packers meeting twice for the NFL championship game after the Cowboys compiled their first 2 winning seasons. Both games, if you recall, among the more memorable ever played in the NFL title game. Green Bay winning 34-27 at the old Cotton Bowl back in 1966. And Green Bay won 21-17 at the frozen tundra in Green Bay in 1967. That historic game now referred to as the Ice Bowl. The Packers lead the series 8-3, with 6 of their victories coming during the 1960s during the great Lombardi era. As far as games played here at Texas Stadium are concerned, the Packers are 1-0, winning 19-17 back in 1975. Tom Landry, of course, the only coach the Cowboys have ever had, the dean of NFL coaches, now in his 23rd season, has won more playoff games, 19, than any other coach in NFL history. Tom is the 3rd winningest coach in the league history with a record of 202 wins, trailing only George Halas and Curly Lambeau. Landry's teams have appeared in a record 5 Super Bowls, winning twice, and compiling a league record of 17 consecutive winning seasons. Meanwhile, Bart Starr directing the Packers to their first playoff appearance since 1972, when Starr started his coaching with Green Bay as an assistant in charge of the quarterbacks. We'll be back in just one moment.
We point you in the right direction, so get in touch with the Close Connection.
Strickland's Menswear in the Shawnee Square, Harrisburg, is offering these fantastic buys during this 1/4 off sale. Arrow dress shirts, Kennington shirts and sweaters, sweaters by Puritan and Arrow, slacks by Hager, Stetson dress hats, Harris and Levi gloves, and American Tourister luggage.
We're the Close Connection.
Also 1/4 off at Strickland's Menswear are suits and sport coats by Austin Reed, Cricketer, Alan St. George, Johnny Carson and Hager, London Fog top coats and jackets, plus leather coats by Grace. It's the 1/4 off sale going on now at Strickland's Menswear in the Shawnee Square. Strickland's Menswear is open from 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Saturday 9 to 6. That's the 1/4 off sale going on now at Strickland's Menswear in the Shawnee Square, Harrisburg.
Feet here at Texas Stadium. The balloons are going skyward up through the hole in the roof. The Cowboys across the way, the Packers down below. We're just moments away from a kickoff. Of course, we expect a wide-open offensive football game here this afternoon. Danny White comes in with a 63% completion ratio, having thrown a total of 16 touchdowns, being intercepted just 12 times, 156 completions and 247 attempts. And as far as the Packers are concerned, Lynn Dickey throwing about at a 57% clip with 12 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Dickey 124 completions, having attempted 218 passes. Both teams with outstanding wide receivers. Of course, the 1-2 punch for the Green Bay Packers would be John Jefferson and James Lofton, who between them have caught over 62 passes this year. For the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Hill, tight end Doug Cosby, and of course Pearson and Tony Dorsett. Out of the backfield, the leading rusher in the National Football League, Tony Dorsett. So the Cowboys might have a slight edge in the offense, and the Green Bay Packers as far as wide openness with Lofton and John Jefferson. But of course, the key to this football game should be the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers. If they can give Lynn Dickey time to throw the football, many folks feel this will be a very close football game and give the Packers a good chance. If the front four of the Dallas Cowboys can put some pressure on Dickey and pressure him like they did against Doug Williams last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then the Packers will indeed have some problems in this football game. But one of the problems that the Cowboys face, John Dutton, their big defensive star, number 78, will not play today. He's out with a bruised thigh. Ron Springs, as far as the fullback situation goes with Dallas, he will not play either. He's out with a sprained knee. To that great title game back in 1967, the playing conditions in Green Bay were absolutely atrocious. The temperature 13 degrees below zero. The wind chill factor back then was 41 below. The heating system froze in the press box. The field froze. Coffee was freezing, and of course the players and the coaches were afraid of frostbite. It was a ferocious game. The game ended with Bart Starr, now the Green Bay Packers coach, diving into the end zone behind that ferocious block by the right guard Ron Kramer, on left tackle Jethro Pugh from the 1-yard line with just 13 seconds to go. 15 years later, Jethro Pugh accused Jerry Kramer of jumping the snap. And 15 years later, Jerry Kramer admitted that Jethro Pugh was right. The captain's convening down at the center of the field, and the Green Bay Packers will be kicking off to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas has won the toss. They've elected to receive. They'll be running from the right to the left. The Packers kick off from right to left as we're about to get this football game underway. The Redskins await the winner, the NFC Championship game right here on CBS Radio next weekend. So as we're about set to kick it off, the man who has flown in from San Francisco after doing the East-West game and seeing a couple of pretty good quarterbacks yesterday, John Elway and Tony Eason, Mr. Lindsey Nelson.
Thank you very much, Jim Kelly. Hello again, everybody. Both teams on the field now in their final pregame huddles. This is a partisan crowd packed in jammed into Texas Stadium here in Irving, Texas, and you'll be hearing from them throughout the afternoon. And now the Dallas Cowboys deploy to receive the kickoff. Ron Fellows and Timmy Newsom are dropping back. And it will be Jan Stenerud to kick it off for the Green Bay Packers. They have not yet come out of their huddle back on their own 30-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys are deployed. It'll be Fellows on the near side of the field and Newsom on the far side of the field. And now the huddle is broken by the Green Bay Packers. Jan Stenerud has the tee down on the 35. The referee here this afternoon is Gene Barth. Now Stenerud is bending over to place the ball down on the tee. Barth, of course, behind the receiving team. And when all is said, it will be his signal that will start Stenerud forward to kick off and start this game between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Stenerud now has placed the ball squarely on the tee. Retreating along the 25-yard line. The line of Green Bay Packers. Morris said, let's go. Here comes Jan Stenerud. And the ball is in the air, end over end. Fellows is waiting. He's at the 4-yard line. Fellows to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and across to the 23-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 yards to go at the 23. Mark Murphy was up there to make the tackle, and the Dallas Cowboys have the football. Their quarterback, Danny White, has a completion percentage of 63.2, 16 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Performed against Tampa Bay for the victory last week despite a jammed thumb and the fact that he had visited the dentist's office a week ago at about high noon before playing against Tampa Bay. Apparently he's all right this week, and here comes Danny White. Wide receivers left and right. Running backs to split. Ron Springs will not play. Robert Newhouse is the fullback. Dorsett's the other running back. And here's the pass to Dorsett, left side, in and out of his hands, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Dorsett. George Cumbie was the linebacker over there covering. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 23 for the Dallas Cowboys in their white jerseys with the blue numerals. Their home uniforms here at Texas Stadium. Here comes the tight end into the ballgame. That's Billy Joe Dupree. 10-year man from Michigan State. Tony Hill has come out. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go at the 23. Robert Newhouse and Tony Dorsett align themselves temporarily, at least in an I formation. And here's a quick pitch to the tailback. Dorsett tries the right side, but gets just about to the line of scrimmage, not quite, before John Anderson, the 5-year man from Michigan, comes in to pull him down at the 22 for a loss of a yard. It'll be third down and 11 yards to go.
Good pursuit that time by the outside linebacker, stringing it out for the Green Bay Packers. Number 59, John Anderson, in his 5th year out of Michigan. And Cumbie with good pursuit as well for Green Bay.
Dorsett and Newhouse have come out of the ballgame. Timmy Newsom has come in, and it's in shotgun formation here now for Danny White. Waiting for the direct snap. White's got the ball, retreating and looking. Steps up and puffs it, and it's complete to Tony Hill across the 35-37-yard line. Johnny Gray, the defender, made the hit for strong safety. Tony Hill, 6-year veteran from Stanford, over the middle. First down and 10 yards to go at the 37-yard line for the Dallas Cowboys. Their first third down conversion of the day.
Tony Hill last week against Tampa Bay, 4 catches for 45 yards, simply a down and in pattern of about 15 yards, beating Johnny Gray, the cornerback. And, of course, during the regular season, Hill led all receivers for the Cowboys with 35 catches, good for over 526 yards and 1 touchdown.
And now Tony Dorsett comes back into the ballgame. It's Timmy Newsome at the fullback, Tony Dorsett at the tailback in the I formation. Now they switch Dorsett over to a left set. Dropping back and rolling to the left side is White. Throws it back, and it's completed to Newsome, and Newsome gets up to the 44-yard line. Picked up about 7 yards on the play to make it second down and 3. Randy Scott, second-year man from Alabama and linebacker, made the tackle for Green Bay.
4 out of the first 5 plays that the Cowboys have run at Green Bay have been passing plays. White mixing up the medium and short passing very well. Just the one sweep by Dorsett, which was stopped for no gain.
Now Newhouse has come back into the ballgame. Newsome has gone out. The running backs are Dorsett and Newhouse. Cosby and Dupree in there in the double tight end alignment. They switch Dorsett out to a wing left, and now moving back up and even him up with Newhouse. Now shift Dorsett to the tailback. Cosby tight end across from the right set. Goes instead to Robert Newhouse, and Newhouse is at the 48-yard line where he stopped there. They take a look across for the possible first down. Randy Scott made the tackle.
Robert Newhouse, of course, number 44 in his 11th year out of Houston, also the player rep as the Dallas Cowboys go. 14 carries, 79 yards during the regular season, and he saw spot action last week in the Cowboys' win against Tampa Bay as he carried 5 times for 15 yards.
Just there, he got 4 yards for a first and 10. It's at the 48-yard line. Tony Hill comes back in the ball game. Cowboys had the 30-second clock down to 2 seconds before that last snap. They frequently run it pretty close. Tony Hill on a wide left this time out of the huddle. Newhouse aligns himself as the fullback of the I formation. Cosby with a wing right in motion. And here's a quick pitch to Dorsett. Penalty marker. Penalty marker thrown to the referee. Possible motion penalty against the Dallas Cowboys. Delay of game. 30-second clock got them. They ran it down a little too close.
Well, you mentioned on the previous play it went down to just 2 seconds left to go, and you recall the game we did last week against the Buccaneers. They were flagged several times for delay of game.
That'll cost them 5. Run it back to the 43-yard line. Make it first down and 15 yards to go. Dupree is going off the field. Gene Barrett, the referee. The art umpire is Art Demas. The headlines from Dale Williams. The line judge is Walt Peters. The back judge is Dick Hantak. The side judge is Bob Rice. And the field judge is Bill O'Brien. Assigned here by the National Football League. Art McNally, the supervisor of officials, is here this afternoon. Wide receivers left and right. Running backs are evened up. Danny White with the football retreats to set up and look. Swings it out to Dorsett on a screen left. He's running back toward the inside, but runs into a couple of green jerseys. Backed up by a third one at about the 43-yard line. Might have got a yard on the screen. Mike Douglas was the man who made the first hit. Still at the 44, and that'll be second down. And 14 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys.
Great reaction time by Mike Douglas, who led the Packers with 10 solo tackles last week in their game against the St. Louis Cardinals. Douglas, in his 5th year out of San Diego State, was actually coming on a blitz, reacted quickly, got out on the flat, and caught Dorsett from behind.
Now Jay Sawley, 7-year veteran from South Carolina. The tight end is coming to the ball game. They've got a lone setback now. That's Dorsett. Danny White has the ball. Here's a quick pitch to Dorsett coming to the right side. Changes speed, turns it on, accelerates, and moves to the 50-yard line before John Anderson, the left outside linebacker from Michigan, made the stop. It'll be taken to the inbounds marker and spotted.
Tony Dorsett with 26 carries for 110 yards last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here at Texas Stadium. And, of course, he was the NFL's top rusher this year with over 177 carries for the Dallas Cowboys.
It'll be third down and 9 yards to go now, just in advance of the 49-yard line. Rich Johnson's in the ball game. They're double receivers to the left side. That's Johnson and Tony Hill. A lot of speed on that side. Shotgun formation. Danny White waits for the direct snap, and he's got it. Retreats and throws right, and it is caught at the 41-yard line. Completed pass. He's pulled out of bounds immediately, and that was Tony Hill. Tony Hill, the receiver, and Mark Lee was the cornerback who pulled him out at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cowboys in Green Bay territory.
We talked to Tony Hill, down and out. He knew where the first down marker was. He got exactly enough and made the catch. He had 4 catches last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They came with a safety blitz that time. Maurice Harvey out of Ball State in his 4th year, and he made Danny White pay for that first down as he sacked White back at the 40-yard line of Dallas, but the Cowboys pick up the first down.
As they come out of the huddle now, Drew Pearson goes to a wide left. The running backs, Newhouse and Dorsett, shift into an I formation. Dorsett is the deep man. That's Cosby in motion across, and it's Dorsett. Tries the left side and now changes direction. Powers his way all the way through to the 30-yard line. Tony Dorsett. Johnny Gray finally brought him down, but at the 30-yard line, where it's going to be a first down, 10 yards to go for the Cowboys at the Green Bay Packers 30-yard line.
Tony Dorsett, number 33 out of Pittsburgh, the second leading playoff rusher ever in NFL history. His 3rd career 100-yard playoff game, 110 yards, 26 carries a week ago. That time with a great reverse. He made a move on number 52, George Cumbie, in the center of the line and broke it for an additional 7 yards and another Cowboy first down.
The Cowboys seem to be moving relentlessly downfield out of the huddle. They send Tony Hill and Drew Pearson part of the left side. Only one setback, and that is Tony Dorsett. He's got the pitch. He's going right. He's across the 30 and gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. I beg your pardon, to the 24-yard line. Again, a 2nd and 4. John Anderson in to make the tackle.
And the man that made that play work, Kurt Peterson, 65 in his 3rd year out of Missouri, threw some kind of a block on Cliff Lewis, the outside linebacker, and Dorsett close to first down yardage once again. You talk about the Cowboys moving relentlessly. Remember time of possession last week against Tampa Bay and the long drives that the Cowboys had? So far, they've played over 5.5 minutes in this football game. Green Bay has yet to have the football. Cowboys on the move after the opening kickoff.
Dorsett was shaken up a little. He's gone off the field, was met by a member of the training staff about 15 yards out there. The running backs now are Timmy Newsome and Robert Newhouse in the ball game in an I formation. Newsome moves over to a right side and is evened up with Robert Newhouse. White is waiting for the snap. Drew Pearson in motion from right side all the way across. Dropping back is Danny White. Takes a look, and he is wrapped up and gets rid of it down to his tight end Cosby at the 20-yard line, and no, he dropped it. No, he dropped it as Mike Douglas was on it there. It looked as though the quarterback, Danny White, was wrapped up. He managed to shake himself free and found his tight end. However, it's an incomplete attack.
Well, I think they're going to rule that Mike Douglas had Danny White in control and grasp back at the 33-yard line. It looked as if Gene Barth was trying to signal a whistle and just nobody heard it down there.
So the ball is placed back at the 32-yard line, which is exactly what they ruled, and that'll make it now a 3rd down and 12 yards to go at the 32.
Good time for the Packers to come with a blitz.
Shotgun formation for the Dallas Cowboys. Danny White has the ball, backpedaling, and he throws to the left side, and there's nobody out there, literally nobody.
Butch Johnson was running a post pattern that time, working one-on-one against number 38, Estes Hood, out of Illinois State. Johnson turned the pattern inside, and as Lindsey called it, the ball was thrown to the outside. So a mix-up there between quarterback and receiver.
And the field goal unit is coming on now. Rafael Septian, who has hit 10 of 14 tried this year, will come in to attempt the field goal. Then Carano has come in to hold for him, and this will be a 50-yarder. Kick it from the 40-yard line. Carano is down on one knee. Septian has backed off now and aligned himself.
He's 1 out of 2 from this distance.
Carano waiting to extend the hand, and he does. He waits now for the snap. Comes back to Carano, puts it down, Septian boots. And it is good. A 50-yard field goal by Rafael Septian. And the Dallas Cowboys are on the scoreboard. With the score, Dallas 3, Green Bay nothing. Let's take time out.
Now you can get 11.9 annual percentage rate financing on any new 82 or 83 Buick, including Skyhawk, Skylark, Century, Regal, LeSabre, Electra, or Riviera. You must take retail delivery from your participating Buick dealer stock no later than March 31st, or place a factory order by February 28th. Dealer financial participation may affect consumer costs. See your participating dealer for qualification details. A new Buick at 11.9% financing is too good to pass up.
Get up, it's time to see America. Have yourself a beautiful day.
Travelodge has everything a business traveler could want. More than 500 convenient motels and hotels, and a 10% savings when you join the preferred traveler program. Travelodge can make life on the road a whole lot easier.
We can help you all along the way.
The Dallas Cowboys, as they did a week ago against Tampa Bay, took the opening kickoff and went down and scored, this time a field goal, not a touchdown. A 50-yarder by Rafael Septien, and Dallas used up almost 7 minutes of the first quarter. Green Bay will just get the first football now for the first time.
Rafael Septien has teed it up now at the 35-yard line. Bill Rogers is back there center deep, standing along the goal line. And we are waiting for referee Barth to send Septien forward. Septien is ready. He's standing back there, hands on hips at the 25-yard line. Sun is shining brightly through the aperture in the roof of Texas Stadium here in Irving, Texas.
Is that like hole in the roof?
That's about the same thing.
You'd be ready, too, if you just kicked a 50-yarder. You're hot, right?
I would be. Game time temperature was 56 degrees. Here is Septien now. Puts it up, sailing downfield, back to the end zone, 2 yards deep, taken by Rogers. He's out to the 10 to the 15. Across the 20, bounces off the 25, fumbles the ball, scrambles off the 28-yard line, and Dallas may have got it. They'll unseal him here, and we'll get the indication. Dallas players are indicating they think they got it, but that doesn't count. It's the referee who counts. He's checking with another official. Dallas gets the football. Dallas has recovered, and it is Jeff Rohrer. Jeff Rohrer who got it. It'll be first and 10 Dallas at the 28-yard line of the Green Bay Packers.
Turnover is so critical in a playoff game, and Rodgers fighting for the extra yardage, as you so often see, had the ball stripped loose. And the man that was stripping the football was number 34, Monty Hunter, the hero of last week's game, the rookie out of Salem in West Virginia, the man that picked off Doug Williams' errant pass to start the fourth quarter, and he ran it in for the touchdown, and they started them on their way with 2 fourth-quarter scores to bring Dallas back from a 17-16 deficit. So Dallas now in good field position again.
Word on Dorsett is that he had a finger in his left eye and that he's okay. Running back to an I formation, and Dorsett moves over to a left set. He's evened up with Newhouse, and here is Newhouse. Upset as he got to the 25-yard line. Picked up 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. Randy Scott, second-year man from Alabama, in to make the tackle.
Very important series defensively now for the Green Bay Packers. They've been out there almost the entire first quarter, with the exception of the specialty teams, twice on kickoffs, 7:45 and counting. The offense has yet to get the football. They'd like, obviously, to stop the Cowboys here and force Septien into another field goal try, or even better for the Packers to come up with some kind of a turnover.
Cosby and Dupree, double tight end alignment, lone setback. Dorsett moves over a stride to the right. Danny White underneath, waiting for the snap. Gives it off to Dorsett, tries the left side. Gets inside the 20-yard line. He's powering down to the 18-yard line. Stopped by George Cumby and Ezra Johnson. They take a long look at the sticks now to see if he picked up the first down. I think they'll measure this one.
Mike Douglas had him in the backfield, the 5-year linebacker out of San Diego State. But Dorsett, with a nifty move, ran right away, despite the fact that Douglas had him in his grasp. He wasn't able to contain Dorsett, and he's close to first down yardage as the sticks come out now. And by about half the length of the football, Dorsett picked up another first down. So Dallas now driving again with 7:15 left to go in the first quarter.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Cowboys, trying to put this one away early. Coming in from the sideline now, Timmy Newsom. From Winston-Salem State, a 3-year veteran. Going off the field is tight end Billy Joe Dupree. They were in a double tight end alignment on that last play. Cosby starts to break the huddle, and here they come. Drew Pearson out to a wide left. Newsom is the fullback. Dorsett's the tailback in the I formation. And Danny White retreats and looks, throws right, and it is completed out there in the flat, taken by Newsom, and he's inside the 15, diving up to the 12-yard line. Randy Scott in to make the tackle at the 12 again as 6 makes it second down and 4 yards to go.
That's the play that we saw twice last week against Tampa Bay. The first one worked for a touchdown toss to Ron Springs, who's not playing this afternoon. Newsom in his place, but Newsom also ran that pattern successfully last week against the Buccaneers. Tony Hill deployed wide to the right side, runs down deep and runs a post pattern. clears out the zone. The inside fake to Dorsett, draws the linebackers in and runs it to the left side. Newsom comes back on a counter. There's nobody there, and again close to first down yardage.
Newhouse comes back into the ball game. Dupree comes back into the ball game. The running backs move over. White has the ball, gives it to Dorsett, tries the left side, and he's cut down. Is he ever by Randy Scott? Ferdinand pulled him down at the 16-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play.
And that's what the Packers had to do, was come up with some kind of a big play to force White into a passing situation. Dallas now will deploy wide receivers and go to the shotgun formation. And now the Packers have to be very careful with Tony Hill, Butch Johnson, and, of course, the tight ends Billy Joe Dupree and Doug Cosby. They'd obviously like to force Septien into a field goal situation right now so that the turnover doesn't hurt them other than just 3 points.
Third down and 8 yards to go at the 16. Green Bay Packers have Estes Hood, their nickel man, in there. Wide receivers left and right, shotgun formation for the Dallas Cowboys. Danny White has the snap now. Fades back, looks, throws it into the end zone, and it is crossing end line, incomplete. Trying to get it to Cosby, his big tight end, who was deep in the end zone. Had it just momentarily there, but it was across on the stripe, the wide white stripe, which indicates that you're past the end line, and then the ball trickled to the turf.
Ezra Johnson, the big defensive end, 6'4", 240, his 6th year out of Morris Brown, putting a lot of pressure on Danny White that time. In fact, he sacked Danny back at about the 30-yard line, but the ball was thrown well. Cosby had a shot at it in the end zone.
34-yard field goal attempt from the hash mark left. Carano holding from Rafael Septien. Carano is down on one knee. Waits for the snap. And he puts it down. Septien boots it up, and the 34-yarder is good. Another field goal for Rafael Septien, which makes the score of the Cowboys 6 and Green Bay nothing. And we'll be back in just a moment.
We're with you all the way through the good times, but not the good times too.
When you call your present insurance agency to report a claim, do you get service or the runaround? All insurance agencies are anxious to sell policies, but some seem to lose interest when you have a claim. But not Ron Clark. He'll help you settle your claim quickly and fairly. Charles N. White Insurance Agency, El Dorado.
Beck's Drugs, 1409 Locust, is El Dorado's complete prescription service. Lou Beck and Vince Kaser will see to it that your prescription is filled to your exact specifications. Beck's keeps a complete individual record system. They welcome PCs, paid, Mediment, and UMWA. Use their convenient drive-up window service or call 273-8111 for free delivery. They give Eagle stamps, and they welcome your business. That's Beck's Drugs, 1409 Locust, El Dorado's complete prescription service.
Well, if you were with us a week ago, it almost appeared to be a replay of the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dallas has had the football for almost 10 minutes in the first quarter, and just as a week ago, 2 Septien field goals, first from 50 and then from 34 yards. His 12th and 13th straight playoff field goals. That's a record for the Cowboys. And Dallas is on top by a score of 6-0. The offense of the Packers, despite the fact we've only got 5:11 left to go, has not been on the field yet.
Septien kicking off Rogers is center deep, flanked by Gray and Huckley, and Rogers moves up now, and he's at the 7. He's got it. Rogers to the 10, to the 15, running right to the 20. Gets to the 25 and is stumbling forward to the 28-yard line. So the Green Bay Packers will start at their 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line as the offense comes onto the field. Eddie Lee Avery, Gary Ellis are the running backs, Lynn Dickey, the quarterback, completion percentage 56.9, 14 interceptions and 12 touchdowns. They're back there in the huddle now and ready to deploy artificial turf here at Texas Stadium. And here come the Packers. With co-captain Larry McCarron, the 10-year veteran from Illinois, coming over the ball. 5 receivers left and right. Lofton and Jefferson. They're good ones. Then Dickey dropping back to pass on first down. Swings it out to Gary Ellis in the right flat, trying a screen out there. He's trying to come back to the inside, but he stopped for a loss of 2 at the 26. Try to screen right. 2nd down and 12 yards to go at the 26. Guy Brown, the 6-year veteran from Houston, the linebacker, is the man who's in there to make the stop. There's a Cowboy shaken up, and members of the training staff are coming out to see about him. It is Guy Brown. So with the score, the Cowboys 6 and Green Bay nothing. Let's take time out.
For the appliance store in Harrisburg, here's Terry Maynard.
TVs, stereos, video cassette recorders. We bought too many. We've got some special deals in January at the appliance store, Parker Plaza, Harrisburg, Illinois. Video cassette recorders for under $500. This is the beta format, $499.95. We've also got some models that we're giving away free tapes. Large screen TVs. The huge screen will give you super trade-ins. We'll give you what your set's worth and more. Good time to buy. We've got a 25-inch Zenith with electronic tuning, nice cabinet. This month only, we'll swap with you for under $600. Great deals at the appliance store. A 13-inch color, $288. This is a Zenith. Come to the appliance store. Great deals during January.
That's the appliance store, the Parker Plaza in Harrisburg.
Money management is important for everyone these days, and choosing the banking facility that best suits your needs is the most important decision you can make for your financial security. In El Dorado, C.P. Burnett & Sons Bank offers you experience plus modern knowledge of putting your money to work for you in today's fast-paced business world. Convenient drive-in facilities till 5 Monday through Thursday, till 6 Fridays, and till 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Grow with a growing bank. Ask about your personal IRA savings plan from C.P. Burnett Bank in El Dorado, offering you personal trust.
This one on the ground. Ellis backs up after he got it up there to about the 28-yard line for 2, which will make it 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And the man that stacked him up, Don Smerick, out of Nevada Reno in his second year, 6'7", 257, playing in place of the injured John Dutton. Kind of a strange play call, though, on 2nd down and 12. Simply a power play over the right guard. There was no hole, and it was sealed off very quickly. Benny Barnes also got in there to help out. So now it's an obvious passing situation. This is where Dallas excels. They go to the nickel back situation as Jefferson and Lofton come wide left.
Apparently the Packers just wanted to say hello to Don Smerick. Now Dickey is leaning in, wide receivers left and right. Dropping back is Dickey. Steps up and throws it incomplete and hung one up there. That was tipped. And it's going to be 4th down. It was tipped by Ed Too Tall Jones. Too Tall got his fingertips on it.
And the crowd comes alive here at Texas Stadium. The Cowboys, as you talk with them before the football game, to a man said that the MVP last week against Tampa Bay was the crowd, the first time all season, of course a strike-torn season, that they felt that the fans were actually behind the football team.
Ray Stokowitz is in deep punt formation. Second-year man from Michigan State has averaged 40.2. His longest 63. Ron Fellows is deep. He lets it hop, takes it at his 32, 35, and it stops at the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go at the 39. Cliff Lewis made the tackle. And there's a Cowboy down here and there, and there's a flag down here and there, so we'll have to check it out. Green Bay being consulted. Penalty is against the Dallas Cowboys. On the run back.
Well, we've got 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in this first quarter. The Dallas Cowboys lead the Green Bay Packers by a score of 6-0. And the Cowboys have had total possession of that football. 3 plays and a punt later, the Packers have given it up. Here's Gene Barth, the referee.
On the run back. 1st down. So the penalty puts the ball back at the 27-yard line. That was a 39-yard punt, return 7 yards, and with the score, Dallas 6, Green Bay nothing. Let's take time out.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. And for all you do, you know the king of beers is coming through. For all you do. This bud's for you.
This bud's for you. This bud's for you. For being on the job and working hard all day. So here's to you. For all you do, you know the king of beer is coming through. For all you do, this bud's for you.
This bud's for you.
This bud's for you. Anheuser-Busch.
St. Louis.
Be sure and join us here on CBS Radio for next weekend's NFC and AFC championship games, which will determine the participants for this year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 17 at the Rose Bowl out in Pasadena. The NFC championship game on Saturday, Washington plays host to the winner of this game, either the Dallas Cowboys or the Green Bay Packers. Pre-game activities getting underway at 12:15 Eastern Time. On Sunday, the Dolphins of Miami home against the New York Jets. The Dolphins this afternoon eliminated the San Diego Chargers convincingly, 34-13.
Dallas Cowboys have the ball first and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Wide receivers left and right, double to the left side. Lone running back is Dorsett. Cosby in motion back to the inside. Danny White with the football swings it out to Dorsett on the left side. He's all alone out there, and he is upset after a gain of about a half yard by Mike Douglas, the linebacker from San Diego State.
Pretty good play by Douglas to stay with Dorsett one-on-one out on the flat. And if you look at the Cowboys' game plan so far, they've been running Dorsett to the left side. They've also been throwing to him out on the left flat. They've only tested the left side cornerback, in other words, throwing to Danny White's right side just one time, and that was for a first down of Tony Hill.
Call it second down and 10 yards to go. Ball just in advance of the 27-yard line. Again, wide receivers left and right, running backs in an eye. For the moment, as Danny White bends in. Now they're set. White on a draw play. Gives it to Dorsett, left side, 30, 35. And hit at the 35. He falls forward to the 36. George Cumby from Oklahoma on the tackle. Missed the first down by about a yard. It'll be third down and about a yard to go.
Big block that time by Pat Donovan, the veteran out of Stanford in his 8th year, 6'5", 257. As he started to pull back to the right side and counter to the left, he threw it on Douglas, and that allowed Dorsett to explode around the left side and get within 1 yard of first down.
George Cumby comes off the field, and Mike Butler comes in. Third down and a yard to go. Danny White waiting. He's got it. Well, they tried just to wedge him out and send it straight ahead. Newhouse carrying, but I don't think he got it. It was Randy Scott who got there first. Now they will get him unstacked and spot the ball, and it'll be fourth down. And still about a yard to go. Dallas Cowboys are leading 6-0. We have 1 minute 51 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Danny White, of course, is the punter for the Dallas Cowboys, and he is retreating now into deep punt formation. Johnny Gray is going back to receive it for the Green Bay Packers. Packers will rush 10. They've got Johnny Gray back in his own 25. White has averaged 41.7. His long is 56 for the year. Standing at his 21. Gets the snap. Steps up. Spirals it over to the left side. Johnny Gray calls for a fair catch and makes it as he goes across the sideline marker at the 31-yard line. First and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at their own 31. Clock shows 1 minute 21 seconds remaining now in the first quarter. And with the score, the Cowboys 6 and Green Bay nothing. Let's take time out.
At Buick, we believe that a car that gives you more miles from the gas tank doesn't have to give you less of anything else. That's the philosophy that makes our Skylark quite possibly the best disguised economy car in America. Striking good looks, a stylish, comfortable interior with generous room for 5 are combined with a remarkable 27 EPA estimated MPG. Use estimated MPG for comparison. Actual mileage may be different. Buick Skylark, economy beautifully disguised.
Hi, this is Jack Buck for SK Tools, the do-it-yourselfer's best friend around the house and around the car. Whether you're changing a spark plug, installing a kitchen sink, or repairing that household appliance, there's a quality SK tool designed to make your job a lot easier, no matter what you're fixing. So before you begin the next project, stop by your automotive parts, hardware, or local retail store and ask for SK by name. Move up to SK. The tool's built for a lifetime.
We've got 1 minute 21 left to go in the first quarter. The Packers have had 3 plays from scrimmage and punted the ball away. Word from the Cowboys bench, Guy Brown has a slight pinched nerve in his neck, but the linebacker is expected to return.
Last punt by White was 33 yards with no return. The Green Bay Packers up there first and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Motion across. That's Kaufman, the tight end. Close handoff, and it is Dickey still with the ball, and he's pulled down by Mike Eggman. Fakes a handoff to his fullback, Gary Ellis, and then he was dropped at the 26-yard line for a loss of 5. It'll be second down and 15 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers.
Great play by Hegman, number 58, in his 7th year out of Tennessee State. The straight drop. Hegman was coming from the left side. Dickey finally saw him and was able to hang on to the football, but Hegman that time simply coming on a blitz. And the Cowboys defense, as they were last week against Tampa Bay, causing the Green Bay Packers an awful lot of problems.
Green Bay Packers get Philip Epps, their outstanding rookie from TCU, into the ballgame now. At a wide receiver, 6 defensive backs into the ballgame for the Dallas Cowboys on a second and 15. Dickey looks around and calls timeout. Then Dickey got up there but didn't like what he saw and called a timeout, and he's walking slowly over for a conference with Coach Bart Starr and the staff along the sideline. 47 seconds remaining to be played in the quarter.
He looked up and he saw the Dallas front four, said, I don't like what I saw, and take the timeout. We've got 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Cowboys 6, Green Bay nothing. If you can't go to the Super Bowl this year, you can be part of all the action and keep memories alive with Super Bowl 17, the 144-page official game program, complete with scouting reports and colorful pictures of the season past, as well as a review of all the Super Bowls past. To get the official Super Bowl 17 program, send $4 to Super Bowl 17, Post Office Box 17, Trenton, New Jersey, zip code 08651. Be part of the Super Bowl and send $4 to Super Bowl 17, Post Office Box 17, Trenton, New Jersey, 08651. This message furnished by the National Football League.
So far, the Dallas Cowboys have dominated play here in the first quarter of this ballgame, but their lead is only 6-0 on 2 field goals. And when play is resumed here, the Green Bay Packers will have the ball second and 15 at the 26. Lynn Dickey has been over for his conference with Coach Bart Starr, just as Bart Starr used to go over for conferences with his coach, Vince Lombardi. And now Dickey has gone back into the huddle of the Green Bay Packers. Change is still being made in the defensive alignment of the Dallas Cowboys. Sun is shining brightly down there just where they're huddling, the Green Bay Packers, back at their own 15. There is an oval opening in the roof of Texas Stadium here. And here come the Green Bay Packers, second and 15 at the 26-yard line. They're in a slot right, wide receivers left and right. Lynn Dickey dropping back, sets up, and throws long to the sideline to Lofton, incomplete. Being covered by Everson Walls from Grambling. It'll be third and 15 at the 26-yard line.
The ball was thrown high, intended, as Lindsay called it, for Lofton in his second year out of Texas, Arlington. Pretty good pass protection that time by the offensive line, but when the ball was released, and it might have been part of the reason it was thrown high, the blitz was coming on from the right side, and Angelo King in his second year out of South Carolina State, putting some pressure along with Randy White.
James Lofton has caught 35 passes this year, 5-year veteran out of Stanford, and one of the outstanding speedsters and pass receivers in the league. They double receivers to the right side. They've got Epps to the left side. And a third and long at their own 26-yard line. The Green Bay Packers motion back to the inside by Lofton. He turns and goes downfield. Here's the pass intended for Lofton, deflected and incomplete. It was Thurman who got a hand on the ball, and diving for it was Spinksdale. Thurman deflected it. Spinksdale made a diving attempt, could not hold on. The hand is for the defense of the Dallas Cowboys coming off the field. The punting unit comes on now, as Sakowicz will punt it for the Green Bay Packers.
So with 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Packers have had 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt. That was a very poor throw by Lynn Dickey. Jefferson did not clear underneath, and actually the Packers were lucky that it wasn't picked off.
Rod Hill does back in a single safety to receive the punt. Sakowicz standing at his own 11-yard line. Hill is back at his own 32 now for the Dallas Cowboys. There's the snap. Sakowicz puts it up. Hill moving over to his left. Has no chance to field it in the air. Now he gets it at the 30-yard line on a hop. Goes one way, reverses his field, comes the other way. Wants to turn up field and gets to the 35-yard line. It was Randy Scott who brought him down. Cowboys have it first and 10 at their own 35-yard line, moving left to right as we look at the field.
And if Randy Scott didn't get him, Lindsay, the second-year linebacker out of Alabama, he had the wall set up. He had a convoy down the right side.
The crowd was in anticipation of that, and you could hear the rising crescendo as he changed direction and started around to the right with just that in mind. A 45-yard punt by Sakowicz and a 6-yard return, although he ran laterally much more than that.
Crescendo, is that like aperture hole in the roof?
Same thing. Wide receivers left and right for the Dallas Cowboys, and there goes Dorsett. To the tail of the tandem in the I formation, he gets the handoff and tries to study step up there, but is scissored at the 36-yard line. Again of a yard. It'll be second down and 9 yards to go. Cumby and Douglas made the tackle. Cowboys are leading by a score of 6-0. And we have 7 seconds remaining in the quarter, and they're going to let the clock run out before they snap it again. 2 seconds, 1 second. And there's the end of the first quarter with the score. Dallas Cowboys 6 and the Green Bay Packers nothing.
If you want the insurance agent who delivers good neighbor service, check with State Farm. Every year, millions of people decide they want the service State Farm is famous for. That's why so many people come to State Farm and stay with State Farm. They've got one agent who can do it all. Life, health, home, and car insurance. And just one number to call for that good neighbor service. Check your yellow pages and call the State Farm agent near you.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So, my son who never calls finally invites his mother over for dinner.
Yeah, look in my new microwave oven, Mom.
We're having raw chicken.
Raw chicken? Where's that instruction booklet?
Donald.
Can I push the raw chicken button?
Donald.
Huh?
Call me when you get a Quasar.
You know Quasar is the name to call for dependable quality products. Now, Quasar is the name for great savings. It's the Quasar Annual Fantastic Factory Sale, and it's going on now at your participating Quasar dealer.
Quasar!
Actually, the Packer defense has played pretty well. Were it not for the fumbled kickoff return, it would be a 3-0 football game. They've contained the passing of Danny White, the running of Tony Dorsett fairly well here in the first quarter. But the Green Bay Packer offense has been non-existent. 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt. And despite the fact that Lynn Dickey is not the most mobile quarterback in the National Football League, you would have to expect that the Packers are going to have to change their passing philosophy just a little bit. They've got to get Dickey out of the front 4, out of the lanes that the front 4 of the Dallas Cowboys are coming in, and try to create some diversions and give Dickey some time to get the ball to Jefferson, to get it to Lofton.
As play is resumed here at the start of the second quarter, Lindsey Nelson with Jim Kelly at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. And the Dallas Cowboys will have possession. They'll have the ball second down and 9 yards to go at their own 36. They're waiting for the ball to be marked ready for play. It was said back in the 60s when the Dallas Cowboys finally reached prominence and were pitted against the Green Bay Packers in 1966 and 67 in the championship games, that if there had been a turn, America's team at that time, the Green Bay Packers would have been America's team. Vince Lombardi had caught the fancy of the football fans of this country, and his great teams going up against the Dallas Cowboys provided some of the memorable moments in the history of this sport. Now we're set to go 2nd and 9 at the 36. Danny White bending in, tighten up the running backs. Crosby, the tight end across, left set to the right. White looking and evades the tackler, throws right to the sideline, and it is incomplete. Trying to get through Pearson, but it was Maurice Harvey who got a hand on the ball, and there's a penalty marker back near the passer. He'll use the hands against the Dallas Cowboys.
Pretty good play that time by Maurice Harvey, the safety out of Ball State, going up high in the air and stripping Tony Hill, who's the leading receiver of the Dallas Cowboys, of the football. So now the Packers have Dallas in a long situation, another passing situation. They'll go to the nickel back, the Green Bay Packers will. You know, talking about the term America's team, that's exactly what Tex Schramm was saying on his television show before the Tom Landry show here in Dallas this morning. Just about all the Cowboys either have their own television show or they do their own commercials. You can't turn the television on Sunday morning without seeing an awful lot of these Cowboys.
The community is very conscious of their existence, believe me. Penalty is marked off by Gene Barth. It's going to be 2nd down and 19 yards to go. Now with the ball back at the 26 for the Dallas Cowboys. The Nickelbacks are in the ball game, led out there by Estes Hood for the Green Bay Packers. Danny White leads the Cowboys up there. Wide receivers left and right. And they try the draw play. And it's going to the 30, 35, to the 40, 45, and all the way up to the 49-yard line. Estes Hood finally drags down Dorsett with help from John Anderson. Tony Dorsett on the draw, and they found an opening, and he sped through. It's going to be marked at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, you talk about Tony Dorsett, 26 carries, 110 yards last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This time just exploding over the center. He, of course, led the NFL in rushing with over 745 yards. Cowboys spread them out. They had the wide receivers deployed. Dorsett started straight ahead. The hole was over on the left side. He ran right away from number 53, Mike Douglas.
Now White is passing, and it's over to Tony Hill, incomplete. Hill was hit just about the time the ball got there by Mike McCoy. So it's an incompletion, 2nd down and 10 yards to go at the 48-yard line for the Dallas Cowboys. Robert Newhouse and Tony Dorsett are the running backs in the ballgame just now for Tom Landry's Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys in the playoffs for the 16th time in 17 years.
Cowboys have 31 yards passing, 63 yards rushing. The bulk of that, of course, on Tony Dorsett's last carry for a total of 94 yards. Green Bay, 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt, 3 yards rushing, a minus 8 yards passing for a total of minus 5 yards.
Here come the Cowboys, 2nd and 10 at their own 48-yard line. They double receivers to the right side. The running backs are evened up. That's Dorsett and Newhouse. Gets a quick pitch. Dorsett to the left side. And he is trapped and pulled down there quickly by Ezra Johnson from Morris Brown, the 6-year veteran. And it'll be marked just short of the 45-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
The Green Bay defense, 3rd in the National Football Conference against the rush, yielding over 103 yards a game in the rushing department over the course of the 9-game regular season. 3rd and long, so you'll see the Dallas shotgun right now. Again, a good time for the Packers to come with the blitz, try to put some extra pressure on Danny White, make him release the football a little bit early, and give the cornerbacks in the secondary of Green Bay a chance to maybe pick it off.
3rd and 13 for the Dallas Cowboys at their own 45-yard line. They're into the shotgun. Danny White waiting for the direct snap from center. He's got it. Back and looking. Looks right and throws right. And hit just as he turned it loose. It's way short. Ezra Johnson was the man who was in there and hit him just as he made the release incomplete. That'll bring the punting unit on for the Dallas Cowboys now, and Danny White stays out to do the punting.
Also in there was Casey Merrill, number 78, in his 4th year out of California Davis, coming from the left side. And White was lucky to get rid of the football before Merrill got there. Pretty good indication, I think, Lindsay, of the respect that the Dallas Cowboys have for the front 4 of the Green Bay Packers. They didn't allow Crosby out on the pass pattern. They kept him in for a 6th blocker.
Now into deep punt formation, Danny White, and Philip Epps has dropped back to field it for the Green Bay team. He's standing back at his own 11-yard line. White steps up and punts the ball. Epps is waiting at his own 13. He's got it now, and he's turning across the field, trying to turn up. And gets to the 15, the 20, and goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Forced out there by Angelo King. So Philip Epps advanced it to the 21, where it's first down and 10 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers. And with the score, the Dallas Cowboys 6, the Green Bay Packers nothing. Let's take time out.
I just had this fancy radio put in my Honda. But recently, I saw a Honda Civic hatchback that had a whole band in it. A young couple owned the Honda, and inside it, along with them, I counted 11 different musical instruments. Guitars, fiddles, banjos, even a washboard. They played folk music and were touring. So I said, do you have enough room in that Civic of yours? They said, yep. Well, do you know Honda makes other Civics? Yep. Have you seen the Honda Civic 4-door sedan? Yep. It has a trunk, I said. Yep. Then how about a Honda Civic wagon? It has all the room that one rises comfortably as a passenger car. Yep. Then they went on to say they were expanding their band and would probably get a Civic wagon. I smiled and said, I guess you folks could call it a bandwagon. Nope.
We make it simple.
The last punt by White was 42 yards, returned by F8, and now the Green Bay Packers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Dickey has them up there running back to an I formation. Gives it to his tailback, Eddie Lee Ivory. Ivory the right side and gets 5 up to the 26-yard line. Mike Hegman from Tennessee State in to make the tackle. 2nd down and 5 yards to go at the 26.
12:55 left to go in the second quarter, and the Packers have just doubled their offensive output of the football game.
Gary Lewis comes in at tight end, double tight end alignment. Eddie Lee Ivory comes off the field. One lone setback in the ballgame now for the Green Bay Packers. Wide receivers, James Lofton and John Jefferson. Tight ends, Paul Kaufman and Jerry Lewis. Philip Epps is in reserve. They set it up in a slot left. Dickey is waiting for the snap from McCarron at center. He's got it. They try the draw play, and it's Ellis. And Ellis can't go anywhere. He's stopped at the 25 by Randy White from the University of Maryland. So a loss of a yard on the play will make it 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers.
Looked there like there might be a hole momentarily over on that left side, but Randy White, the veteran out of Maryland, in his 8th year, selected to the Pro Bowl for the 6th consecutive season, closed it off, and now it's 3rd and long for the Green Bay Packers. An obvious passing situation for Lynn Dickey, who is -5 yards passing so far. Over the course of the season,
Lynn Dickey had 8 touchdown passes and just 4 interceptions in his first 4 games. In the last 4 games, though, Dickey with 4 touchdown passes, 8 interceptions.
Ivory and Epps are in the alignment now for the Green Bay Packers, who are in the slot right. Penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. Dickey now throwing, and it is completed up at the 42-yard line. Struggle is on up there. Philip Epps, the rookie from TCU, took it and was pulled back, but I think it's going to be marked at the 42. And now we have the penalty marker to be checked out. If it's against Dallas, and it might be, it would likely be declined, and they'll take the play.
Cowboys, it looked like, Lindsay, jumped offsides, movement over on the left side, and that's the preliminary indication. Offsides indicated by Gene Barr, so they'll take the pass completion up near the 41-yard line for the initial first down for the Green Bay Packers.
It was Ed Too Tall Jones who got across, I think.
Defense number 72, offside, penalty refused, first down.
It was Jones. It is refused, and they do take the ball in advance of the 41-yard line.
That time, Ron Fellows, the right side cornerback in his second year out of Missouri, giving wide receiver Phillips Epps all kinds of room. Epps turned it inside, first down, Green Bay.
So here come the Packers once again, running backs in an I formation. Lynn Dickey waiting for the snap. They're on a slot left. Fullback in motion to the right side. That's Ellis. Here's a pitch to the tailback. That's Del Rogers from Utah. Gets across the 45. Fumbles the ball as he crossed the 50. It went out of bounds. I think he had last possession, and he did. So Green Bay retains possession at the 46-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys.
A break very late in the second quarter now for the Green Bay Packers, because finally it looks like their offense is beginning to get on track. And Rogers, who already fumbled the ball one time, the rookie out of Utah, on a kickoff that led to the second field goal by Rafael Septien, that time coughed it up at the 50. It fortunately took a Green Bay bounce out of bounds right in front of Bart Starr, and it's still in possession of the Green Bay Packers.
They picked up a first down, so it's 1st and 10 outside the 46-yard line.
He didn't have that first down until the ball took a bounce.
Exactly right. Lofton to the right side, Jefferson to the left side. Give it to Eddie Lee Ivory. He tries the right side and is stacked up after he got to the 44 for 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go there, and Michael Downs from Rice University made the tackle. Here comes number 35 back onto the field, and that is Del Rogers, the rookie from Utah, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 197-pounder. Eddie Lee Ivory comes out. Ivory, a 3-year veteran from Georgia Tech, who's had all sorts of injuries. 6'2", 6 feet tall, 210-pounder. And here come the Green Bay Packers on a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Cowboys. The Cowboys are leading it by a score of 6-0 here in the second quarter. Ellis and Rogers are the setbacks evened up. Dickey, quick pitch. Rogers right side. Gets across the 40, turns his feet on down to the 35 to 30. Down at sideline, and he stepped out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Michael Downs pushed him out at the 22. Rogers turning it on has been the big gainer so far for the Green Bay Packers. It'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. Green Bay at the Dallas 22.
Rogers with 46 carries for the Green Bay Packers coming in, one of their leading ground gainers. But my, oh my, what a block Greg Cook, 6'4", 265 in his 6th year out of Arkansas, put on number 24 for the Dallas Cowboys to allow him to turn the corner. Everson Walls was just leveled by Cook, and they rambled. Rogers did for another 1st down.
So the Texas crowd getting a little concerned here as the Green Bay Packers have driven down to a 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 22. In the sunshine, shining through the hole in the roof. They're up there ready to call starting signals. Lynn Dickey's the quarterback. He's got it. He's dropping straight back into the pocket, sets and throws up the middle. And at the 10-yard line, there is a diving catch there. It is Paul Kaufman, the tight end, and it's going to be 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Benny Barnes was the defender.
Kaufman, the big tight end, Lindsay, 6'3", 218 in his 5th year out of Kansas State, just went down about 12 or 13 yards. He was so wide open, you could see it from up here. Dickey had time to aim the ball in. This is the toughest place on the football field, though, for a 1st down, just across the 10-yard line. So they've got to go 10 yards to get in for the score.
Del Rogers is coming at the tailback now. Gary Ellis is the fullback in the I formation. Wide receivers left and right. Lynn Dickey, the quarterback. Dickey now on a draw play to Rogers. Tries the right side. Drives it through to the 5-yard line. Just outside the 5. He's stopped by Ed Too Tall Jones. 2nd down and goal to go from right there for the Green Bay Packers, trying to drive it in for a touchdown, which would tie the score, and a conversion attempt, which, if good, would put them ahead. We have 9 minutes, 37 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Here comes Eddie Lee Ivory back into the ball game. Here comes Gary Lewis in at the tight end. Rogers is coming off the field, and Ellis is coming off the field. 2nd down and goal to go. Call it the 6-yard line. Lofton and Jefferson are doubling to the left side. Wing back right. is Gary Lewis. Eddie Lee averaged the lone setback. Lewis, Dickey throwing, and touchdown Lofton. Lofton made the jumping catch in the end zone for the touchdown, and the score is tied at 6-6. Lynn Dickey to James Lofton, a 6-yard pass for the touchdown.
Lofton last week had a good game against the St. Louis Cardinals. And, of course, we mentioned the 4 touchdown passes thrown by Lynn Dickey. That time it was simply a post pattern by number 80, James Lofton. And he is in his 5th year out of Stanford. Very tough to cover James one-on-one. Now the high fives and the low fives, and the veteran Jan Stenerud in to attempt the extra point.
Takowitz will hold for him. He's down there on one knee with his hand extended. Here is the kick, and it's good. And the Green Bay Packers have taken the lead here at 9:06 remaining in the first half by a score of 7-6. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Here are some special buys this week from the El Dorado Food Center, Highway 45, El Dorado. Sirloin steak, $2.89 a pound. MG's finest pork roast, 79 cents a pound. A bonus value this week is Kraft Single Wrap Cheese, the 12-ounce package, $1.39. Smucker's Grape Jelly, the 2-pound jar, $1.19. Number 1 white potatoes, a 10-pound bag, 69 cents. Van Camp Pork and Beans, a 303 can, just 39 cents each. Coca-Cola and Tab in the 8 16-ounce bottles, $1.39 plus deposit. These are just a few of the specials this week at the El Dorado Food Center, Highway 45. The El Dorado Food Center is open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. A special store with special prices. That's the El Dorado Food Center, Highway 45, El Dorado.
Lynn Dickey, 12 touchdown tosses during the regular season, 4 against the Cardinals last week. James Lofton had 3 catches, 52 yards against the St. Louis Cardinals. 35 catches for almost 700 yards during the regular season. That's simply a down and in, a miniature post pattern, if you will. Lofton wide open, Dickey put it right in there. And the Packers are gaining a little bit of momentum, Lindsay. You get the idea that the defense had kept them in it early. And the young Packer team, very young in terms of playoff experience, will be gaining from the experience of the first half. And if they can go out leading 7-6 and keep the Cowboys off, I think this young Packer team will come alive.
A lot will depend on this next possession by the Dallas Cowboys as the ball has been teed up on the 35. The veteran Jan Stenerud will kick it off. Ron Fellows is dropped back with Tim Newsom to receive it for the Dallas Cowboys standing at the 5-yard line. Gene Barth, the referee, says we're ready to go, and here comes Stenerud. Sails it downfield, and Ron Fellows is retreating. He's got it at the 2-yard line. Runs right and then cuts back left. 5, 10, 15, and he gets to the 20-yard line. That's where the Dallas Cowboys started. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and Guy Prather made the tackle for the Green Bay Packers.
You know, you talk about the Packers and the man that just kicked off, the former Kansas City Chief great, Jan Stenerud, 16 years in the NFL. Lynn Dickey, their quarterback, 12 years out of Kansas State. And Larry McCarron, the all-pro center out of Illinois, 10 years. Other than that, this is a very young Green Bay Packer team, one that Bart Starr has rebuilt through some judicious trading and with the draft. And, of course, if they can stay even with the Cowboys here early in the football game, they'll gain some momentum.
Danny White brings him up to the line now. Cosby and Dupree double tight end. Dorsett now goes to the tail in the I formation and gets the ball. Tries the left side, and Dorsett is pulled down at the 17 for a loss of 3. No chance to get by Mike Douglas of San Diego State over there. Second down and 7 yards to go back at the second down and 13 yards to go back at the 17 for the Dallas Cowboys.
Good opportunity here now for the Green Bay Packers. Obviously a passing situation for Dallas, backed up. To come with the blitz, again, put some pressure on Danny White and make him release the football. If you give Danny more than about 3 seconds with receivers like Butch Johnson, Tony Hill, Doug Crosby, and Dorsett out of the backfield, he's going to find somebody open.
He bends in and gets the ball. Retreats to look now. Danny White throws a screen right. Taken out there. Tackle is broken by Newsom. He's across the 20, across the 25, and is finally stopped at the 29-yard line. Timmy Newsom on the screen right, stopped by Johnny Gray.
That's the poise of a playoff-proven contender like Danny White. Hung back in the pocket. The rush was on. Coming in from the right side, number 59, John Anderson in his 5th year out of Michigan. But just before Anderson got there, White was able to throw it to Newsom out on the flat. Now, Newsom was actually hit and almost tackled by number 55, Randy Scott, in his 2nd year out of Alabama. Broke the tackle and busted it up close to about a foot for a first down.
Third down and less than a yard. Newhouse is in there at the fullback now. The up back in the I formation. Now they move Dorsett over and even him up with Newhouse. Here's the handoff. Newhouse up. He's got the 1st and 10 and drives it all the way up to the 34-yard line, where it's first down and 10 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Robert Newhouse, 11-year veteran from the University of Houston, stopped by Mike Douglas. So the Cowboys keep their drive alive here. The Green Bay Packers are leading the Cowboys by a score of 7-6, and we have 7 minutes remaining to be played in the first half here at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas.
You know, the last time the Packers faced the Cowboys in a playoff game in Dallas was back in '66. Bart Starr, then quarterback in Green Bay, set a Packer playoff record. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
Here they are, 1st and 10. The Dallas Cowboys at their own 34-yard line. Danny White back to set it up, and he throws complete to Dorsett. Hit at the 41 immediately. George Cumbie was right there. Let's pause 5 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the CBS Radio Network.
It's 4 o'clock with 38 degrees at WKSI El Dorado.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Jim Kelly here at Texas Stadium, where the Green Bay Packers have a 1-point lead in the second quarter, and the ball is spotted now just in advance of the 41-yard line.
Somebody's got French fries. Is that you?
No, but I wish it were.
Well, you had the pecan pie before the game. You can't complain.
Before every game. Going to be second down and about 2.5 yards to go. Dallas Cowboys in possession. Still shifting and back into the I formation. Wing back right is Cosby in motion across, and it's given to Dorsett from the tail of the dynamo. Gets across the 45-yard line on up to the 49 before Mike Douglas makes the tackle. First down and 10 yards to go. Tony Dorsett picked it up.
Dorsett now, that was his 12th carry of the football game, approaching 60 yards. And you know, of course, that last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he had 110 yards on 26 carries. Usually, so goes Dorsett, so go the Dallas Cowboys.
Here come the Cowboys once again. 1st and 10 at their own 49. The Green Bay Packers deploy their defense. Wide receivers left and right. Running backs are evened up. That's Newhouse, the fullback. Dorsett, the running back. And play action is taken by Danny White, and he throws to Tony Hill. Completes the 34-yard line, the 33-yard line, and he's down. John Anderson, 5-year veteran linebacker from Michigan, made the stop. So it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go. Dallas with the ball now at the Green Bay 33-yard line.
Simply a post pattern for number 80, Tony Hill. That's his second reception for over 40 yards that time. Cleared the zone, beat the linebacker, and a nice touch on the ball by Danny White, who turned it inside. Tony Hill did, and then Anderson came up along with Harvey to make the tackle, but not before Dallas picked up another first down at the Green Bay 33. Lindsey called it correctly after that score by the Packers. The next possession so important when the Cowboys are driving.
They're up there on the slot left now. 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 33. Dorsett's the lone set back there on the wing right now. They throw a screen left to Drew Pearson. Pearson's got it and gets to the 30-yard line, and that's it. Upset there by Mike McCoy of Colorado. Gain of 3 yards on the screen left to Drew Pearson. It's going to be second down and 7 yards to go.
Pretty good reaction that time by number 29, Mike McCoy. Or, excuse me, number 29, McCoy out of Colorado in his 7th year. The pitch back, the fake pitch, went to Tony Dorsett on the right side, hoping to draw the linebackers. But McCoy was not fooled, nor was Douglas, who was over there to help out.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Newhouse and Dorsett are the running backs presently in an I formation. Motion by Drew Pearson from the right side all the way across. Now here's a quick pitch. Dorsett running right. Trying to get outside and gets across the 32, 33, 34-yard line before he's brought down. It's going to be third down and about 3 yards to go. Johnny Gray from Cal State Fullerton made the tackle with John Anderson. Ball is brought to the inbounds marker and spotted at the 26-yard line. At the 26th it is, so make it third down and 3 at the 26-yard line. And here come the Dallas Cowboys with help from the Texas crowd here at Texas Stadium. Shifts into the shotgun on a third down. Wide receivers left and right. Danny White is waiting for the snap, and he's got it. Backpedaling and throws, and it is complete outside the 20. And out of bounds at the 15-yard line is Timmy Newsome. That'll be a first down and 10 yards to go. Dallas at the 15-yard line of the Green Bay Packers.
Excellent play selection that time by the Cowboys. Pearson went down about 15 yards and turned it outside. Cosby, the tight end, lined up in a slot to the left side. He went down and turned it out on the right, and that left Newsome wide open in the flat. And Danny White put it in there perfectly. Another first down for Dallas now, driving down deep in Green Bay territory.
Green Bay Packers are leading by a score of 7-6. We're getting late in the first half. 2:53 on the clock. When we get to 2, of course, we'll have the automatic timeout that comes with the 2-minute warning. But here comes the Dallas Cowboys. First down and 10 yards to go at the 15-yard line. Wing right and the wide receiver beyond him. Running back to Nanai. Give it to Newhouse, and Newhouse tries to cut back and gets only a yard to the 14-yard line. Make it second down and 9 for the Cowboys at the 14-yard line of the Packers. Randy Scott and Mike McCoy made the stop.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Green Bay 7, Dallas 2 field goals for a total of 6 points. Despite early domination by the Dallas Cowboys, placed in by Tom Landry right now, and a key defensive set coming up for the Green Bay Packers.
Randy Scott is called the defensive alignment for the Green Bay Packers. Here come the Cowboys, second and 9 at the Pack 14-yard line. Wide receivers left and right. White has the ball, and he throws, and it is complete at the 5-yard line. Wrapped up just there. It's Tony Hill, the receiver. Mike McCoy hit him immediately, but it is a completion, and we'll see exactly where it's going to be spotted. It's going to be a first down and goal to go. First down and goal to go. And it's spotted at the 4-yard line. So the Cowboys are trying to get it in there before the halftime intermission, and there is the 2-minute warning. So with the score, Green Bay 7, Dallas 6, let's take time out.
In a pinch, you're the one they always come to. Nobody knows that helicopter the way you do. Hydraulic. An adjustment here, a resetting there, and it springs to life. You're a 67 November helicopter repairer. See your Army recruiter today. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
I want to see skyscrapers.
On TWA, kids fly free.
I want to go to Hollywood.
Starting January 10th, any kid under 18 who's with a grown-up can fly free in the U.S. on TWA.
I want to see the Pacific Ocean.
TWA's Kids Fly Free. Now you and your kids can afford to see most anything.
I want to see my grandma and grandpa.
Or anyone. Travel dates and restrictions vary by city. Call your travel agent or TWA.
After that last pass completion from Danny White to Tony Hill, Bart Starr, the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, all the way down at the Dallas, or check it, at the Green Bay 10-yard line, screaming at the officials for what one can only assume was, in Bart's opinion, a holding against Dallas, or perhaps a pick on the pass pattern. In any event, it is first and goal for the Cowboys, trailing by a point, 7-6, and they've got it at the Green Bay 4-yard line. This is where Danny White is so effective because he is a good rolled-out, scrambling kind of a quarterback. And last week against Tampa Bay, 2 rolling, scrambling pass plays where they faked to Dorsett running to the left, and then they would scoot Ron Springs, who's not in there now, Bob Newhouse is, or Timmy Newsome out of the backfield and counter over on the right side. So we'd expect perhaps to see that same play again. The Cowboys use it so often and so effectively.
Dallas Cowboys back in their huddle now, and here they come. Newhouse is in the left set. Dorsett's in the right set, widely spread. Danny White asked for a little quiet so he can hear starting signals. And a wing left. White waits, and he's got it. Handing it off to Newhouse. He dives up for a couple of yards to the 2-yard line. Robert Newhouse, the 11-year veteran from Houston, makes it second down and goal to go at the 2-yard line.
And, of course, what the Cowboys do with the running play is keep that clock winding down, so even if they do take it in, they're using up some valuable time and keeping the ball away from Green Bay after Dallas comes up with a score.
Dorsett goes off the field. Timmy Newsome comes on. So the running backs are Timmy Newsome and Robert Newhouse. Newhouse in the right set, Newsome in the left set. Moves Saldi over to a wing left. Now Saldi in motion to the right, and it's taken by Newsome, and he's in for a touchdown. Tim Newsome took it in there for the touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. Simply power football over the right side, and Timmy Newsome very effective. So we've got 1:18 left to go in the first half, and the Packers have fallen behind by a 5-point margin
12-7. The first Cowboys touchdown after early domination by Dallas. 2 field goals, one of 50 yards and one of 34 yards by Raphael Septien, who's in to try the point after.
Raphael Septien will be kicking, and Glenn Carano is in to do the holding for the Cowboys, who have taken the lead again here late in the second period. Carano is down on one knee, stretches out the hand now. Septien is poised. There's a snap. It's down, it's up, and it's good. So Septien converts to make the score of the Dallas Cowboys 13, the Green Bay Packers 7, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Young married couples today need to save wherever they can, and auto owners can help. Unlike a lot of companies, Auto Owners doesn't make you wait until you're 25 to get their preferred married rates on car insurance. It's available at age 23. And even if you're married but under 23, Auto Owners has special reduced rates for you, too.
See or call Leo L. Piper at Blankenship Insurance Agency, oldest agency in downtown El Dorado.
Money management is important for everyone these days, and choosing the banking facility that best suits your needs is the most important decision you can make for your financial security. In El Dorado, C.P. Burnett & Sons Bank offers you experience plus modern knowledge of putting your money to work for you in today's fast-paced business world. Convenient drive-in facilities till 5 Monday through Thursday, till 6 Fridays, and till 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Grow with a growing bank. Ask about your personal IRA savings plan from C.P. Burnett Bank in El Dorado, offering you personal trust.
102 KSI.
Last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but 2 catches for 11 yards and 1 touchdown. Has just scored on a 2-yard plunge. The point after by Septien was good, and the Cowboys are on top with 1:18 left to go, 13-7. This should be a fun 1:18, though, if the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers can give Lynn Dickey any time to throw to John Jefferson and James Lofton.
Raphael Septien has teed the ball up on the 35. Del Rogers is deployed center deep, flanked on either side by Johnny Gray and Harlan Huckabee to receive it for the Green Bay Packers. 1:18 remaining to be played. The clock starts when the ball is touched by a member of the receiving team in the field of play. Gene Barth, the referee, indicates to Septien that we're ready to go. And here comes Raphael. Sails it downfield. Rogers retreats. He's got it 2 yards deep in the end zone. Goal line 5. Out to the 10, runs right to the 15, to the 20, and across to the 25-yard line. That is where the Green Bay Packers start first and 10. They have it at their own 25.
If you're looking at the secondary of the Dallas Cowboys, Ron Fellows, number 27, is out right now. He's aggravated his ankle injury. He'll be examined at halftime. So we've got 1:13 left to go. The Green Bay Packers have it first and 10 as Lynn Dickey, James Lofton, and John Jefferson trot out the line of scrimmage. The Green Bay 25 with the score. The Cowboys 13, Green Bay 7. Let's take time out. Advantage to the Cowboys in the line play right now. Keep an eye on Harvey Martin and Randy White as they both have a big edge over Tim Stokes and Tim Huffman on the left side of that line for Green Bay.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys have 6 defensive backs into the ball game just now. Lynn Dickey bending in. He's got the ball. He's retreating and setting up to throw it. He throws it to the left side, and it's intercepted by Thurman, and he's racing down the right sideline. 15-10, 5 touchdown. Dennis Thurman picked it off and hit it with John Jefferson. As he cut in front of Jefferson and then sped down the right sideline, about 40 yards for the touchdown, and it's 6 more points for the Dallas Cowboys.
And just like a week ago, when Monty Hunter picked off a Doug Williams pass that turned to fate late in the fourth quarter, This one by Dennis Thurman could turn the face of this football game right around. The Packers had 1:13 left to go. We mentioned that over their first 4 games, Dickey had 8 touchdown passes and just 4 interceptions. But over the Packers' last 4, he had 4 touchdown passes and 8 interceptions. Well, this one here by Thurman will certainly hurt Green Bay.
Conversion attempt coming. Septien will attempt it. Carano will hold for him. Septien is backed off and is poised. Carano extends his hand, waiting for the snap. Taken and put down. Here is the boot up, and the conversion is good. And so it is the Cowboys 20 and the Packers 7. Now, after this word from our local station, we'll be back in just a moment.
In today's fast-paced world of high interest rates and constant money pressure, if you don't understand what's going on, then you better have a friend you can trust. And that's why so many generations of Saline County residents have placed their continued trust in the hands of modern specialists who know each of their customers by name. The First State Bank of El Dorado, with an eye on tomorrow. Being aware of what's happening on the money market today, anticipating what your needs will be tomorrow, keeps you a step ahead. Invest today with the First State Bank of El Dorado with branch facilities and equality. Member FDIC.
Hendricks Ford in El Dorado has the new 1983 Fords in stock that are revolutionizing the auto industry. The all-new, totally redesigned Ford LTD. Lighter, more aerodynamic, and fuel efficient. The all-new mid-sized Ford Ranger. Properly equipped, it can haul as much as standard-sized trucks while using less fuel. And coming soon, Hendricks Ford will have the all-new Ford Thunderbird with the sleek styling and engineering of more expensive German imports. Hendricks Ford backs up every purchase with the finest service department in the area. That's Hendricks Ford, Route 45, El Dorado.
The pass by Dickey intended for John Jefferson. Thurman stepped in front of it and raced 39 unimpeded yards for his second score of the year on an interception. That was interception number 4. And it came right after the Cowboys had gone 80 yards in 13 plays to go up by a touchdown, 13-6. It's 26, Dallas now, marching toward RFK Stadium in the NFC Championship game against the Washington Redskins. Packers in trouble.
Ball has been teed up by Septien at the 35-yard line. The Green Bay Packers have deployed themselves. And it is Del Rogers who is center deep standing at the goal line. On his left, Harlan Huckabee, and on his right, Johnny Gray. Clock says we have 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining to be played in the half. Here comes Septien. Kicks it off, sails it downfield. Rogers at the 2-yard line. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, right to the 20, and stops at the 21-yard line by Everson Walls. So the Green Bay Packers get the ball, but they get it to their own 21, and the clock now says 59 seconds.
2 Green Bay Packer turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception, leading directly to 10 of the Cowboys' 20 points up there right now. It's a 13-point Green Bay deficit. One would hope that Bart Starr would not go into a shell right now. Of course, the natural tendency might be to play conservative and go out trailing only by the 13 points at halftime. But if Green Bay can mount any kind of a drive here and even come up with a field goal, it might be a moral victory and show that the Packers are still in this football game.
They've got 3 wide receivers in there. Phillip Epps, John Jefferson, James Lofton. They double to the right side, wide receiver to the left side. Running back the split for Lynn Dickey, the quarterback, and he's got the ball. Retreating to set it up. Now he throws, and complete. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of Ellis. Jerry Ellis out there, hit him squarely in the hands and bounded out about the 29-yard line.
And almost picked off, Lindsay, on the deflection by Everson Walls out of Grambling. Ellis batted the ball up in the air, and Walls, with a diving kind of effort, almost came up with it. That would have been crucial. That would have just about done it.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Pack. They have the ball just short of their own 21-yard line. Clock will start on the snap. 54 seconds remaining in the half. The Dallas Cowboys are leading the Green Bay Packers by a score of 20-7. Double receivers to the right side. Jefferson and Lofton. Epps to the left side. Lynn Dickey again waits for the snap. And he's got it. Retreating, setting up and looking and throwing. And it's complete over the middle. Taken by Jefferson at the 31-yard line. Could be enough for the first down. Dickerson made the tackle. J.J. made the grab, and now they look to the sideline and say, move the sticks. It's a 1st and 10.
John Jefferson, who grew up right here in Dallas and attended Dallas Roosevelt High School, with 35 seconds left to go.
No huddle play here. 1st and 10 to 31. They throw a screen right. Taken by Ellis. Evades the tackler, goes to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and across into Cowboy territory at the 48-yard line. Upset by Everson Walls, and the clock says 21 seconds left. Timeout, Green Bay Packers. They have 1 more. That's their second timeout. They have 1 more, and it'll be first down and 10 yards to go. They'll have it at the 48-yard line of the Cowboys when play is resumed.
Gary Ellis for the Green Bay Packers, the fourth favorite receiver of Lynn Dickey, came into this game with 18 catches, good for 140 yards, that during the regular season. And he had a good effort last week against the St. Louis Cardinals when Dickey threw 4 touchdown tosses. Be sure and join us here on CBS Radio for next weekend's NFC and AFC championship games, which will, of course, determine the 2 teams that go on to Super Bowl 17. On Saturday, Washington, the Redskins at RFK Stadium play host to the winner of this game, either the Dallas Cowboys or the Green Bay Packers. Pre-game activities getting underway at 12:15 Eastern Time. Then on Sunday, the Dolphins of Don Shula and Miami will be at home against the New York Jets, with that game broadcast getting underway at 12:45 Eastern Time. Hank Stram and Jack Buck will bring you all the action of both games right here on CBS Radio. Lynn Dickey, 6 out of 11, 63 yards, 1 touchdown, but 1 crucial interception. That run back 39 yards by Dennis Thurman. The Dolphins, of course, in case you missed it earlier, eliminated the San Diego Chargers in rather impressive style down at the Orange Bowl. Miami 34, San Diego 13.
Right here, the Green Bay Packers have the ball. They have it just short of the 48-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. They're back there in their huddle now. First down and 10 yards to go. Clock starts on the snap. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. The Dallas Cowboys are leading the pack by a score of 20-7. Packers up there now in a slot left. Running backs are evened up. Epps is the wide receiver to the right side. Jefferson and Lofton the double left. Dickey now looks left as he retreats. Throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Deflected by Anthony Dickerson. So the incompletion stops the clock now with 16 seconds left. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go at the 48-yard line.
Cowboys now doubling up on James Lofton and John Jefferson, as you might expect. That time, Dickey going to the back, looping out of the backfield. Ball thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver. Pressure by Ed Too Tall Jones. But why aren't the Packers looking for Kaufman, their fine tight end? He should be wide open, especially if John Jefferson and James Lofton are being double-teamed. The tight end should be wide open.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Green Bay's ball at the Cowboy 48, and here they come. Epps going wide to the left. Jefferson's in the slot right. Lofton outside him. Dickey waiting for the snap. Dickey has the ball, retreats and looks. And throws it, and it is intercepted at the 30-yard line. 35, again, it's Dennis Thurman, and he stops at the 37-yard line. Second consecutive interception for Dennis Thurman, formerly of Southern Cal.
John Jefferson is walking slowly over to the Green Bay bench right now and looking back at amazement as Lynn Dickey. Dickey was standing back at about his own 45-yard line with his hands on hips. So obviously there was some miscommunication now as Jefferson is going over and talking to Dickey. Dickey's throwing his hands up at Bart Starr and saying, well, wait a minute, I thought he was going to go one way and he went the other way. And Jefferson's coming over, so they're having a huddle. But there was obviously a bit of confusion right there as Thurman came up with his second interception of the football game. 7 seconds left to go, and the Packers down by 13.
And the Cowboys have the ball first and 10. It's at their own 36-yard line. Danny White brings him up. Simply hits the deck. Rolls back there on one knee. Time has wound down to 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is that. There's the gun sounding the end of the first half. With the score, the Dallas Cowboys 20, the Green Bay Packers 7.
Meanwhile, Green Bay has had 1 fumble, which led to a field goal by Septien. They've had 2 interceptions, picking off 2 errant Lynn Dickey passes. Dennis Thurman has picked them both off. This first one, a 39-yard touchdown interception for Thurman. And the Cowboys in control of this football game, 20-7. You take a look at the first downs. The Cowboys have amassed 12. Green Bay just 7. Green Bay went until late in the first quarter before they even had their first down. Rushing yardage for the Green Bay Packers, 45 yards. For the Dallas Cowboys, 77 yards, and all but 15 of that by Tony Dorsett. In passing then, Lynn Dickey is 6 out of 13 with 2 interceptions for a total of 103 yards and 1 touchdown. And Danny White is 12 out of 17 in the passing department for 169 yards. Each team with 1 quarterback sack, and the big difference, as we said, the turnovers, 2 interceptions and 1 fumble by the Green Bay Packers. Dallas will be kicking off to start the second half, so it's a matter of poise right now for this young Green Bay football team to see if they can take something down and score to get back in it, trailing by 13 points. If the Dallas Cowboys are indeed America's team, let's return now to America's broadcaster, Mr. Lindsey Nelson.
Thank you very much, Jim Kelly. We're about ready to go here as the ball's being teed up on the 35-yard line by Raphael Septien, and Del Rogers has deployed center deep to receive it. He's got Harlan Huckabee on one side and Johnny Gray on the other. It's been said that a great deal can be told about a football game by the first possession of the second half. Other coaches have said that football games are won and lost in the third quarter. We're about to find out more about this one because the Cowboys are leading by a score of 20-7. Defian has backed off now, having teed the ball up. Gene Barth, the referee, down behind the receiving team, said, let's go. And here comes Rafael Defian. His kick, end over end, high trajectory. Rogers is waiting. He's got it at the 3-yard line. Dropped it, picked it up at the 5, to the 10. Runs right to the 15. Stopped at the 16-yard line, perhaps the 17. So there's where the Green Bay Packers will start first and 10. Dennis Thurman made the tackle.
So far, Dennis Thurman, the MVP for the Cowboys. He's excelled on the specialty teams and also in the coverage with those 2 interceptions. The Green Bay Packers have had 5 possessions, 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt, then a 9-play touchdown drive, 1 play, interception, touchdown, Dallas, 5 plays and an interception for the Cowboys as well. It's also been said you can tell a lot about your broadcast partner when he deserts you at halftime and goes for his second piece of pecan pie.
I have no control whatsoever. I run out of control in the presence of pecan pie. Now the Green Bay Packers, after a little confusion, break their huddle and come up there. Lofton far to the left side. Epps and Jefferson far to the right side. Lone setback. Lynn Dickey waiting for the snap motion by Jefferson. Back to the inside, turns downfield. Right over the middle, it's to the tight end, Kaufman. He's at the 30, 35, and all the way up to the 40-yard line. The tight end, Paul Kaufman, stopped by Bob Brunning, the middle linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. First down and 10 yards to go.
I would hate to think that the Green Bay Packers coaches in the booth next to me actually listened to something I said at halftime, but I was over chatting with them, and I said, what are you going to try to do in the second half? They said, well, we've got to throw more on first down, and I said, what about the tight end? I said, if they're doubling on Lofton, they're doubling on Jefferson, the tight end should be wide open, and he's only got 1 catch for 13 yards on your touchdown drive. Maybe they made a note.
I hope, because he certainly gathered that in and turned on some speed as he went up to the 40-yard line. Double receivers to the right side now. Running backs are evened up for the Green Bay Packers. Then Dickey starts motion back to the inside by Jefferson. Jefferson turns downfield. Dickey looks and throws right to the sideline, and it's taken by Lofton. Lofton at the 40-yard line goes out of bounds. Everson Walls was covering, but Lofton went high and picked it and went out of bounds just at the 40-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys.
That was not the prettiest pass you'll ever see Lynn Dickey throw. In fact, it looked like kind of a dying duck as it kind of fluttered out there. But Lofton, with the good hands and the excellent concentration, turned it to the outside at about the 45-yard line and beat number 24, Everson Walls. Another first down for the Green Bay Packers. On the move now, they've got it just inside the 40-yard line of Dallas.
Here come the Green Bay Packers. They double Jefferson and Lofton to the left side. Dallas is leading by a score of 20-7 here early in the third quarter. Lynn Dickey waiting for the snap. Gary Lewis in motion across. This time play action, and Dickey looks downfield now and releases it to his back, Gary Ellis, and Ellis is down the sideline and out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Bob Brunning forced him out at the 26.
And so far, the difference in this second half has been the offensive blocking of the line. The veteran center, the all-pro Larry McCarron, Tim Huffman having some problems over there on the left side, but getting some help by Tim Stokes, Leotis Harris, and Greg Cook. And they've been giving Dickey time to throw the football. 3 passes, 3 first downs.
First down and 10 yards to go. Ball just outside the 26 of the Dallas Cowboys in Green Bay possession. Lofton comes out of the huddle to the left side. John Jefferson to the right side, running back in an I formation. Dickey calling starting signals. Lynn Dickey waits for the snap, and he's got it. Fakes the pitch and throws a screen left to Lofton. Lofton to the 25, to the 20. Sidesteps attack the 15, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Stopped by Don Smerick. So that will be another first and 10. It's just outside the 10-yard line.
You know, Lindsay, I'm not sure if Lynn Dickey called an audible at the line of scrimmage or not, but the Cowboys were coming with a blitz. Dickey with a fake pitch in the backfield to Gary Ellis. He did the reverse pivot, faked the pitch back to the right side. The blitz was coming, and closing quickly was Benny Barnes, number 31. Dickey dumped it off quickly. Big block by number 74, Tim Huffman, out there to allow Lofton to ramble for another Packer first down. 4 passes by Dickey and 4 Green Bay first downs.
Del Rogers in there now to set back. Evened up with Ellis. Motion back toward the inside by wide receiver Jefferson. Dickey's rolling and throwing and incomplete. He had Del Rogers out there, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was a gentleman wearing a jersey, number 72, for the Dallas Cowboys, who stands 6'9" and about 275 pounds in his 8th year out of Tennessee State. Too tall Jones that Dickey had to loft the ball over, but as Lindsay said, number 35, Del Rogers, the rookie from Utah, was there and wide open. Should have been a touchdown. Dickey now 10 of 18 in the passing department.
Eddie Lee Ivory comes back in there to running back. Second down, 10 yards to go just outside the 10-yard line for the Green Bay Packers. Still in their huddle. Now here they come. That's Lofton and Jefferson doubling to the right side. Running backs are evened up. Lynn Dickey, the quarterback. He's got the ball backpedaled and set. Lost it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Paul Kaufman, his tight end. It'll be third down and 10 yards to go at the 10. Kaufman, the tight end, diving. Michael Downs is putting the pressure on Lynn Dickey that time.
They came with a safety blitz, and number 26 busting through there. The front five of the Packers not able to pick it up. The second-year man from Rice came through unimpeded. Dickey picked it up and had to release the football a little bit earlier than he would have liked to. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown because Kaufman was about 3 yards behind Thurman in the end zone.
Third down play coming for the Green Bay Packers with the Cowboys leading at 20-7. Here come the Packers. They're doubling Epps and Jefferson to the right side. Lofton to the left side. Lone setback is Jerry Ellis.
Single coverage, Lindsay, and Lofton to the left side.
Jefferson in motion back to the inside, turns downfield. And the ball is dropped and covered by Dickey. Dickey started out, dropped the ball, and Too Tall Jones was right on top of him. Back there at the 12-yard line. And so on fourth down, Jan Stenerud comes on, 16-year veteran from Montana State. This will be about a 30-yard field goal attempt. Dakowitz will hold for him. A 30-yard attempt for Jan Stenerud.
Stenerud 5 out of 5 between the 30 and the 39.
Dakowitz down on one knee, hand outstretched now, waits for the snap. Stenerud is poised. Ball is down. Stenerud's 30-yarder is good. So 3 points on the scoreboard for the Green Bay Packers, making it 20-10. And with the score, the Cowboys 20 and Green Bay 10. Let's take time out.
Now you can get 11.9 annual percentage rate financing on any new 82 or 83 Buick, including Skyhawk, Skylark, Century, Regal, LeSabre, Electra, or Riviera. You must take retail delivery from your participating Buick dealer stock no later than March 31st, or place a factory order by February 28th. Dealer financial participation may affect consumer cost. See your participating dealer for qualification details. A new Buick at 11.9% financing is too good to pass up.
The surveillance reports from the field are coming in fast now. Decisions have to be made. Your skills, your judgment, your analysis will help put men and machinery where they can do the most good. Your 96 Bravo, intelligent analyst. See your Army recruiter today.
You can do it in the Army.
Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You might wonder why the Packers were able to move the football so easily against Dallas. Well, perhaps one reason, Ron Fellows, their second-year cornerback out of Missouri, is out. Word from the Cowboys sideline is he is not responding to treatment with the injured ankle. He will not return in this football game. Lynn Dickey with another costly fumble. This time, though, he covered it, and Jan Stenerud booted through a 30-yard field goal. So the Packers go 60 yards in 8 plays. Dickey 4 out of 6 on that drive, which has certainly got to give some new and needed life to the Green Bay Packers. They trail by 10 as they score on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Jan Stenerud is kicking it off. Newsom is deep along with Rod Hill back there in place of Fellows, and it's Hill at the 7-yard line. He's at the 10 at the 15. And he's pulled down as he tried to skirt back at the 14, and a penalty marker is thrown. Arlen Huckleby made the tackle. There is a marker thrown. Personal foul. That is against the Green Bay Packers. Referee's flag.
Not only a foolish penalty, but an unnecessary one because he was already down. 63,972 in attendance here. Tickets issued, 65,076, 1,104 no-shows. Here's Gene Barth. A little louder, Gene.
He puts the ball on the 29-yard line. Personal foul against the Green Bay Packers and makes it first down, 10 yards to go for the Cowboys. And Danny White brings him up now. Dorsett and Newsom are the setback. Evened up. Tightened up. Cosby, tight end in motion. Danny White throwing toward the sideline. Cosby's got it, and he is out of bounds. at the 36-yard line. Picked up 7 yards on the play, making it second down and 3 yards to go. Mike Douglas forced him out of bounds.
Just as the Dallas Cowboys began the first half with a pass on their first play from scrimmage, they start the second half the same way. So Tom Landry certainly not content to sit on a 10-point lead right now. Of the 20 Cowboy points, 10 have come on Green Bay Packer turnovers. The Packer cornerbacks are going to have to tighten up a little bit on Tony Hill, on Drew Pearson, and on Cosby. They've got to make something happen, try to force some kind of a turnover.
Dorsett and Newhouse are the running backs in the ballgame just now for Dallas. Cosby is a wingback to the right side. Drew Pearson split wide to the left. Running backs now are lined on an eye. Here's Cosby in motion from his wing right all the way across. And given to Tony Dorsett. Finds a big hole up the middle and speeds through to the 46-yard line. Dorsett stopped by Johnny Gray.
It's just a huge hole over there, Lindsay, on the right side. Kurt Peterson, Jim Cooper, and the veteran center, Tom Rafferty, opening things up for Dorsett, who had a very impressive first half, 13 carries and 62 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go. Dallas with the ball at their own 45.
You wouldn't have that problem without that pecan pie.
You're right.
You need milk to wash that down.
Timmy Newsom's in there, the running back. Cosby's in a wing right. Danny White retreating. And throws right. Cosby, and he's got it. At the 40-yard line, he goes out of bounds. Mike Douglas covering. First and 10 now for the Dallas Cowboys at the 40-yard line of the Green Bay Packers.
Cosby had 30 catches, good for 441 yards, the second favorite receiver of Danny White during the regular season. And last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cosby had 3 catches for 32 yards. That time he went down about 18, turned it to the sideline, made the catch, and kept both feet in bounds. Another first down for Dallas, driving again.
Tony Hill comes out of the huddle to the left side, Drew Pearson to the right side. Newhouse is the fullback. Dorsett the tailback in the eye. And Dorsett tries the left side. Gets inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Picked up 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go. Mike Douglas again on the tackle. We have 11 minutes exactly remaining to be played in the third quarter. The Dallas Cowboys are leading the Green Bay Packers by a score of 20-10. Cosby is going off the field. Billy Joe Dupree has replaced him. Tony Hill out of the huddle to the left side. Drew Pearson to the right side. Danny White, the quarterback, brings him up. Dorsett in the right set. Newhouse in the left. White's got the ball, gives it to Dorsett again, and he is undercut at the 37-yard line by Randy Scott. No gain on the play.
Butch Johnson comes in from the far sideline for the Dallas Cowboys, carrying in a play from Tom Landry, along with Doug Donnelly, number 83, who had a fine run last week against Tampa Bay. You know, it was funny watching the Tom Landry show. He was reviewing films of last week's game with Tampa Bay, and he was watching a play down the near sideline with number 83, and he said Golden Richards. And Frank Lieber had to correct me. He said, no, that's Doug Donnelly. And Landry said, well, he looks like Golden Richards, runs like him.
Golden's been gone for some time. Third down and 7 yards to go. Shotgun taken by Danny White. Goes to the left side, and it's deflected. A last-minute move made by Maurice Harvey to get a hand on it and deflected, intended for Doug Donnelly.
Pretty good play that time. And a big play by number 23 for the Green Bay Packers, Maurice Harvey, the safety out of Ball State, because it would have been a first down. As it is, the Packers will get the football back. Danny White into punt from the 37-yard line.
They deploy now into deep punt formation. Epps goes deep to receive it for the Green Bay Packers back at his own 10-yard line. Philip Epps. Here's the snap. And it is punted over toward the right corner, and there'll be no run back. It's going to be marked along the sideline. We'll tell you where just as soon as they get it marked. Official is up to the 10, still coming to the 14, and it'll be at the 14-yard line, first and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. As it was booted out of bounds with no return. So the Cowboys are leading the pack by a score of 20-10, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Money management is important for everyone these days, and choosing the banking facility that best suits your needs is the most important decision you can make for your financial security. In El Dorado, C.P. Burnett & Sons Bank offers you experience plus modern knowledge of putting your money to work for you in today's fast-paced business world. Convenient drive-in facilities till 5 Monday through Thursday, till 6 Fridays, and till 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Grow with a growing bank. Ask about your personal IRA savings plan from C.P. Burnett Bank in El Dorado. offering you personal trust.
Southern Illinois Lumber in Norris City, the House of Homes, is repeat not just a lumber dealer. They are also a true value hardware dealer. Southern Illinois Lumber carries carpeting, appliances, plumbing, and electrical supplies. Kelly Emmerich does complete home blueprint work there at the store. They add courteous service in helping you choose, design, and build the house of your dreams. That's the House of Homes, Southern Illinois Lumber in Norris City.
102 KSI.
Jim Kelly and Lindsey Nelson back at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. 9:47 left to go in the third quarter. 20-10. The Cowboys have had a field goal, and the Packers have had a field goal since the halftime intermission. Green Bay came out throwing on their last possession, but now they start from their 14-yard line, and already with 3 turnovers, it's be careful time.
Lynn Dickey brings him up there now. Wide receivers left and right. Lone setback. Try the draw play, and he gets across the 20-yard line. Eddie Lee Ivory up to about the 21-yard line. And stopped by Guy Brown from his right outside linebacker's post. Philip Epps comes into the ball game now, and so does Ellis. Gary Lewis is coming off the field.
Eddie Lee Ivory had 13 carries for 67 yards last week against the St. Louis Cardinals, and during the regular season, he was down as the top ball carrier for the Packers. 127 carries for 453 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Second down and about 2 yards to go with the ball out there just short of the 22-yard line. Dickey with the ball, retreats to throw, now throws a screen right, and it's gathered in by Ellis, and he has hit the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, down the sidelines, and finally dragged down by Everson Walls. And we see exactly where it's going to be marked. It's up near the midfield marker at the 48-yard line. Looks
like he stepped out of bounds at about the 47.5, Lindsey. That time, Dickey dropped back about 4 yards. The blitz coming in from the left side, that's number 59, Guy Brown, in his 6th year out of Houston. And Dickey just got rid of the ball to Gary Ellis. Ellis had a convoy down the sideline, big block, thrown by 74 Timmy Huffman out of Notre Dame in his 2nd year, and a pickup of 35 big yards into Cowboy territory now. That was a crucial play.
Timmy Huffman out of Notre Dame starting in the offensive line today for the Green Bay Packers. And here comes the pack now. First and 10 inside the 48-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. They line it up in a slot right with a single running back, and there's Jefferson, the slot back going across. And dropping back is Lynn Dickey to look, and throws long to Lofton, and he can't get it. Michael Downs, the second-year man from Rice University, made the move on on Lofton to deflect the ball.
And number 26, Michael Downs, in his 2nd year out of Rice, really had to put on the afterburners because Lofton was free at about the 25-yard line. That, a deep corner and out pattern. He had Downs beaten badly by about 4 yards, but the ball late in arriving, Lofton went up high in the air, but Downs there to strip him of it, and it's just a long incompletion.
Bill Rogers comes into the backfield now for the Green Bay Packers. Second down and 10 yards to go at the 48-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Jefferson's a slot left, Lofton beyond him. 2 running back, and Dickey waits for the snap. Still waiting, and he's got it. Throws it out to the right, quick release to the tight end, and it's taken out there by Kaufman, and he is ridden out of bounds at the 35, where it's a 1st and 10. Michael Downs, again the defender on the play.
The big tight end, number 82, Paul Kaufman, out of Kansas State in his 5th year. Lynn Dickey, of course, also out of Kansas State. They weren't teammates, however. Dickey's been around for 12 years, Kaufman for 5. Dickey saw the blitz coming from the right side again. That means the tight end's going to be wide open. That left him one-on-one against 26 Michael Downs, and Kaufman carried him the last 4 yards. First down for Green Bay just outside the 35-yard line.
Packers trying to tighten it up. They trail by 10 points here in the third quarter. Here they come out of the huddle. Double receivers to the right side. That's Epps in the far right, Lofton in the far left, and Jefferson's in the slot right. Lone setback, Jefferson in motion back toward the inside. Dickey retreats, and look. Throws it up the middle, and it's completed. Taken inside the 20 by Kaufman. The tight end upended at the 16-yard line by Michael Downs. First down and 10 yards to go. Green Bay Packers at the 16 of Dallas.
And you can hear the momentum changing in the stands right now. There are over 63,792 nervous Cowboy fans and a nervous Tom Landry down on the sideline. Dickey picking the secondary of Dallas apart. You have to wonder, Lindsey, what effect the absence of Ron Fellas is having in the secondary right now out with that injured ankle.
Exactly. Eddie Lee Ivory comes into the ballgame now to running back. Out of the huddle, Lofton is a wide receiver to the right side, and John Jefferson, wide receiver to the left side. Running back to an eye. That's Ellis ahead of Eddie Lee Avery. For quarterback, Lynn Dickey. Looks right, looks left. Drops now and hands it off, taken by Eddie Lee Avery, trying to struggle off the middle, but he can't do it. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Don Smerick and Brunick. Second and 10 at the 16th.
You could almost anticipate the running play that time. The Packers have been very effective on throwing on first down. It was trying to mix up the cadence a little bit, the rhythm of the football game. But that time, the draw very, very slow in developing. And the Dallas defense, the front four was right there, along with the linebacking core, to kind of seal it off. Now, this is what Dallas loves to do, is get you into 2nd and 11, 2nd and 10, and an obvious passing situation so they can turn the front four loose. The front four on this play, they won't worry about the run. The linebackers will fill up the gap. The front four will play pass the whole way.
Del Rogers in there for Ivory. They're in the slot left. Dickey still counting cadence, retreats, and they fired, and they've got him. It was Michael Dowd from the safety, and Dickey never had a chance. It will be spotted about the 24-yard line.
On that play, the tight end, Kaufman, number 82, actually made a bit of a motion, but nobody on Dallas jumped off sides. Kaufman got set again. The safety came in from right over the center spot. Dickey had the football up.
There was no play.
Well, there's a break for the Green Bay Packers. Gene Barth has turned the batteries on. The microphone is working. They let the clock run down, so there was no sack, no play. Delay of game against the Green Bay Packers will cost them 5, and they'll get the down over. So actually, that's a break for Green Bay. Here's Gene Barth again.
Game offense. The play stopped the clock. Second down. So they saved about 3 yards overall, and the down does not count. So it goes back to the 21-yard line. 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 6 defensive backs in the ball game now for the Dallas Cowboys. Second down play coming here. 2nd and 15. They're in the slot left. Wide receivers left and right. Running back to even up for Lynn Dickey. And they leave it on the ground to Eddie Lee Avery, and he drives it down to the 15-yard line. Picked up about 6, where it'll be third down. And about 9 yards to go. Monty Hunter in on the tackle for the Dallas Cowboys.
The rookie out of Utah, Del Rogers, checks in now, carrying a play from head coach Bart Starr, but also from Bob Schnelker, the offensive coordinator. Schnelker calls all of the plays. He's been given carte blanche by Bart Starr. And this is a crucial third down play for the offense of the Packers, for the defense of the Cowboys. The one thing Green Bay doesn't want to do is turn it over here. They want to come away with at least a field goal and cut that deficit down to 7.
Pack is up there ready to go. Ball spotted just outside the 15-yard line. Dickey has it. Sets and throws into the end zone, incomplete. Jefferson was the intended receiver, but it sailed over his head as he looked right, and it was behind him. From that position, Dexter Clinchcale was the defender.
And again, a mix-up between the quarterback, Lynn Dickey, and John Jefferson. That's exactly the way the first half ended, with Dickey and Jefferson and Starr having a conference, because Jefferson had a bit of a problem on the last route, and they walk off, and Stenerode comes in there to try the field goal.
This will be a 34-yarder. Stankiewicz is in the hole for him. Stenerud has lined it up in his back off. Hand outstretched. Now Stankiewicz is waiting to put it down. There's a snap. 34-yarder is good. 3 more points for the Green Bay Packers, making it the Cowboys 20, the Packers 13, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Herman's Tin Shop in El Dorado is the place to go for your every air conditioning and heating need. Herman's has over 35 years experience in the heating and cooling business and is a heating and cooling specialist. At Herman's Tin Shop, you'll find quality brand name heating and cooling systems. Herman's also specializes in sheet metal work, guttering, insulation, and also offers 24-hour emergency service. That's Herman's Tin Shop, 1034 Oregon Street, El Dorado.
From Rushiter's Lawn and Garden Center, Route 13 west of Harrisburg, just a reminder for you to bring in your Gravely lawn tractors to be tuned up for the coming spring and summer. Or if your old tractor has seen better days, come in and see the new 3-wheeler tractor, along with the rest of their fine Gravely equipment at Rushiter's Lawn and Garden Center, Route 13 west in Harrisburg.
102 KSI.
go in the third quarter. Cowboys 20, Packers 13. Let's pause 5 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to WKSI El Dorado. It's 5 o'clock with 33 degrees.
Packers go 60 yards in 8 plays to start the second half, come up with a 30-yard field goal by Jan Stenerud. They go 71 yards in 8 plays on their next possession. Stenerud connects again from 34 yards out, and the Packer deficit is 7.
And Stenerud will kick it off from the 35-yard line. Newsom and Hill have dropped back to receive it, standing at the 5. The ball is in the air, end over end. Rod Hill has it at the 2-yard line. He's at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 25-30, 35-40. 45-50, 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, and he's down at the 10-yard line. Rod Hill, stopped by Estes Hood, who brought him down from behind. The ball will be spotted inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go for the Dallas Cowboys.
Number 25, Rod Hill for the Dallas Cowboys, the rookie out of Kentucky State, a reserve cornerback, has just given the Cowboys the momentum that they might need to get into RFK Stadium in that championship game. An 88-yard kickoff return, just as the momentum of this football game had turned back in favor of the Green Bay Packers. 2 field goals by Jan Stenerud to cut the Green Bay deficit to within 7 points, and now the Cowboys with excellent field position. They start just inside the 10 of the Green Bay Packers. That Packer defense must keep Dallas out of the end zone.
Danny White is asking for quiet. Moves Newhouse over, and now Dorsett on the tail of the tandem in the I formation. Cosby in motion across. It goes to Dorsett. He tries to push it up the middle and gets to about the 7-yard line. Randy Scott wrestles him back. It'll be second down and goal. Keep in mind that the only reason that Rod Hill is in the ball game is that Ron Fellows has injured an ankle and was replaced by Hill as a deep man on the kickoff return. Otherwise, that would be Fellows back there. Second down, goal to go. It's spotted near the 8-yard line. 5 minutes, 49 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. Cowboys are leading 20-13 and driving here. Out of the hoodless Hill to the left side. Drew Pearson to the right side. Dorsett's the lone setback. Danny White is waiting for the snap. Gives it to Dorsett, tries the left side, dives to the 6-yard line. Third down and goal to go at the 6. Ezra Johnson was in to make the tackle for the Green Bay Packers.
Well, 2 straight dives by Tony Dorsett. Some groans and moans from the Cowboy rooters here. Don't understand the play call. Now they've got it third down. 6 yards to go for the touchdown. They must get it in. You can't pick up a first down because the series started just inside the 10-yard line. And on this particular play call, look for the tight end Cosby, who's lined up to the left side. Hill comes out wide in a slot formation. And, of course, the fake to Dorsett and maybe Newsom sliding into the end zone wide to the right.
Newsom's in the left set. Dorsett's in the right set. Danny White waiting for the snap. They're in a slot right formation. White's got it. Short drop. Now fades and throws into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Hill was the intended receiver. Tony Hill in the end zone. Could not hang on. It'll be fourth down. Maurice Harvey was the defender.
Crowd is booing, but an excellent call by the official right there. It was not pass interference, wasn't even close. In fact, Lindsay, Cowboys got a break because just as the clock went from 1 to 0, the 30-second clock, White called for the snap. Otherwise, the Cowboys would have been penalized for delay of game. So Septien in to try his third field goal of the football game.
This one will be a 24-yarder. Carano is in to hold for him. Septien has aligned it and his back's off now. Carano's down on one knee. Extends the hand, waiting for the snap. Carano puts it down, and the 24-yard field goal by Septien is good. 3 more points for the Dallas Cowboys. With the score, the Dallas Cowboys 23, the Green Bay Packers 13. Let's take time out.
Buick introduces advanced civilization. The Buick T-Types, designed for precision and sophistication in the way they look and the way they handle. 5 very advanced, very civilized road cars with 5 distinct personalities. From Skyhawk's 5-speed manual transmission to the turbocharged V6 of the Riviera. The T-Types. Riviera, Regal, Century, Skylark, and Skyhawk. Further proof of highly intelligent life at Buick.
I want to see skyscrapers.
On TWA, kids fly free.
I want to go to Hollywood.
Starting January 10th, any kid under 18 who's with a grown-up can fly free in the U.S. on TWA.
I want to see the Pacific Ocean.
TWA's Kids Fly Free. Now you and your kids can afford to see most anything.
I want to see my grandma and grandpa.
Or anyone. Travel dates and restrictions vary by city. Call your travel agent or TWA.
So the Cowboys, despite an 88-yard kickoff return by Rod Hill, go 3 yards in 4 plays, and the Packer defense did what they had to do. They kept the Cowboys out of the end zone, and they kept within reason the score. 23 for Dallas, 13 for Green Bay.
Raphael steps in and kicks it off. Del Rogers is back there deep, and he moves up to take it at the 5-yard line. Rogers to the 10, feeds to the 15, turns completely around, and is dropped at the 18-yard line. It was Jeff Laura on the hit. So the Green Bay Packers start from deep in their own territory at their own 18, trailing by 10 points in the game. 4 minutes, 29 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
That field goal by Raphael Septien, the third of this game, is 14 in a row in playoffs, and that raises Septien's own NFL record. Every time he makes one in succession, he will just add it to the record books as far as his own personal record is concerned.
Packers are back there in their huddle now. Lynn Dickey has quarterbacked them throughout the football game. Here they come now. Lofton coming out to the left. Jerry Lewis is the tight end on that side also. Jefferson's wide to the right side. Lewis in motion across. And Lynn Dickey off play action is going long to Lofton. He's got it at the 40, 35, 33, 32-yard line. Dennis Thurman made the tackle. First and 10, Green Bay at the Dallas 32.
I was looking for a flag even before the ball came down to Lofton, because clinging for dear life was Dennis Thurman, number 32, in his 5th year out of Southern California, who has 1 interception, has 2 interceptions today. But he was up over the back before the ball came down to Lofton, and no flag.
Reached out and plainly grabbed him by the jersey before the ball got there. First and 10. Green Bay Packers at the 32-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Here comes the pack. Wide receivers left and right, running back to the 9 formation. Give it to the tailback. The ball is fumbled, and the scramble is on at the 31-yard line, and I think Dallas got it. They did. Mike Hickman recovered the fumble for the Dallas Cowboys. So it'll be first and 10. And the Cowboys will get the ball. It will be in the vicinity of the 31-yard line. And now after this word from our local station, we'll be back in just a moment.
El Dorado Automotive at 701 South 4th in El Dorado has all kinds of automotive parts and accessories. Auto parts from spark plugs to batteries to carburetors. Accessories, oxygen to acetylene welding, fuel and oil additives, automotive touch-up paint. SK Tools are also available at El Dorado Automotive. For your automotive parts and accessories, come to El Dorado Automotive, 701 South 4th, El Dorado.
Money management is important for everyone these days, and choosing the banking facility that best suits your needs is the most important decision you can make for your financial security. In El Dorado, C.P. Burnett & Sons Bank offers you experience plus modern knowledge of putting your money to work for you in today's fast-paced business world. Convenient drive-in facilities till 5 Monday through Thursday, till 6 Fridays, and till 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Grow with a growing bank. Ask about your personal IRA savings plan from C.P. Burnett Bank in El Dorado, offering you personal trust.
Certainly the fumble by Eddie Lee Ivory is hurt. That's the second fumble against 2 interceptions. So Green Bay's turned the ball over 4 times. But go back to the play preceding that on the pass to Lofton. If Thurman is not up over the back of Lofton and doesn't grab him from the jersey, James gets that ball and goes in for a touchdown. It's a different football game altogether.
I think you're exactly right. There's no question about the fact that he certainly slowed him down by reaching out plainly and grabbing him by the jersey. Then Lofton made the catch, and dragging him could not advance. And then Eddie Lee Ivory on the handoff from Dickey never did really have control of the ball on the last exchange. Fumbled it, and it was recovered by Hegman. And so it's spotted at the 31.5, actually. It was not at the 32-yard line. And the crowd is ready to play football here as the Dallas Cowboys are back in their huddle. They're leading in the game by a score of 23-13, 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. There goes Drew Pearson out to wide left and Tony Hildo wide right. Dorsett and Newsom are the setback. They move over a stride to the right. Cosby backs off to a wing right. Cosby in motion from wing right all the way across. Danny White retreating, setting it up. Throws it over the middle, and it's complete to Newsom. Newsom up to the 40-yard line. Randy Scott trying to keep him from advancing to first down yards. He may have picked it up because it's going to be marked at the 41-yard line.
Looks like he'll be about half a yard shy of first down yardage. Right now with 3:22, this is a crucial defensive series for the Green Bay Packers. The Cowboys, they'll work on the clock. They'll try to get down and put some more points on the board, obviously. But Green Bay looked like they were going in for a score. They had momentum on that pass to Lofton, then the fumble by Eddie Lee Ivory. So the defense now has got to help the offense out. The offense playing fumble and interception-itis.
About a half yard to go. Dorsett and Newhouse are the backs in an I formation. Cosby in motion from a wing right all the way across. Dorsett dives in, gets the first down as he moved it to the 42-yard line. Mike Butler in on the tackle. First and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys at their own 42-yard line. Well, the officials say, let's take a longer look, and they're going to take out the chain and measure for the possible first down.
You know, the Cowboys have played error-free football so far this afternoon. Sometimes you think that maybe the breaks will even themselves up. The Packers hurting themselves with 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. They bring the sticks out and make the measurement. It looks like by about the half the length of the football, it is a first down, signaled by Gene Barth. Last week against Tampa Bay, the Cowboys played a very good football game, according to Coach Tom Landry. He said the defense was exceptional, the line play was very tough, and they hadn't had that much intensity all year long, even including the Washington Redskin game. So Landry bringing the Cowboys to an emotional peak at the right time in the playoffs once again.
First down and 10 yards to go for Dallas, with the ball at their own 42-yard line. Cowboys are leading 23-13. White says something to Dorsett as he comes up to the line. Wide receivers left and right. Cosby is a wing left. White is dropping back. Looks and swings it out in front of Tony Dorsett, trying to get it out to him in the left flat behind the line. But an incompleted pass makes it 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line, as Dorsett was well covered out there.
Actually, I think White wanted to go to the tight end, number 84. That is Doug Cosby, who was open for a moment, but a good defensive play by number 53 for the Packers, Mike Douglas, the fifth-year linebacker out of San Diego State, to close it off, and White just threw it between Dorsett and Cosby for the incompletion rather than push it and have maybe the ball picked off. Danny White now 15 of 23, 131 yards, and more importantly, no interception.
Timmy Newsom has come into the ballgame now. He and Dorsett are evened up as the running back. Wide receivers left and right. Danny White has the ball. He's retreating to set it up. Throws a screen left. It's taken by Newsom. Newsom across the 45 and wrestles up to the 47-yard line before Randy Scott and Mike McCoy bring him down. A pickup of 5 yards on the play makes it 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys.
Packer defense now will have to dig in and assert themselves on this 3rd down play. Cowboys send in a play with Butch Johnson. Butch, of course, an outstanding wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. Could be starting, in fact, for most teams. Had 12 catches for 269 yards during the regular season, but those stats don't indicate his true value to the Cowboys. He comes in a 3rd down situation and usually comes up with a big play.
He's going to be on slot on the right side, and it'll be Drew Pearson beyond him. They go into a shotgun. Danny White waiting for the direct snap. He gets it, retreats, looks, going long to Butch Johnson, incomplete. He had that hand outstretched. Estes Hood was covering, but he had the hand outstretched beyond him and just got a touch of the ball at the 15-yard line.
Had he got that one hand on it and made the catch, it had touchdown written all over it because he had beaten number 38 Estes Hood badly, the 5-year defensive back out of Illinois State. So with now 1:24 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Cowboys leading by 10, 23-13. That Green Bay Packer defense has done themselves proud and has forced Danny White into a punting situation, or an apparent punting situation. Boy, if you really wanted a surprise play, how about a fake punt right here?
It's Danny White back there. Epps has dropped back on one side of the field and Johnny Gray on the other to receive it for the Green Bay Packers. They're standing back on their own 10-yard line. Low snap, taken on a short hop. And the punt is in the air. Fair catch signal goes up, and it's made by Gray at the 11-yard line. So it'll start 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. They'll have it at their own 11-yard line.
January the 30th is Super Bowl Sunday here on CBS Radio. Be sure and join Jack Buck, Hank Spram, Dick Stockton, and Brent Musburger for all the excitement of Super Bowl 17 in Pasadena, California. Our broadcast will get underway at 5:45 Eastern Time. That's Super Bowl 17 on CBS Radio, Sunday, January the 30th, right here from CBS Radio Sports. It's something special. And, of course, we'll have the NFC Championship game next week, the Dallas Cowboys or the Green Bay Packers visit the Redskins at RFK Stadium. And the AFC Championship game will be on Sunday. Don Shula's Dolphins in Miami playing host to Walt Michaels' New York Jets.
42-yard punt with no return. Ball is spotted near the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Epps is in there along with John Jefferson and James Lofton. 3 wide receivers in the game for Lynn Dickey. Lone setback. That's Gary Ellis. They double to the right side. Motion back toward the inside, and Dickey stops back to the goal line. Throws a screen right to Ellis. Ellis is out to the 10, to the 15, up the sideline to the 20, and goes out of bounds. Right at the 20-yard line. Dennis Thurman forced him out. Gain of 8 yards on the play will make it 2nd down and 2 at the 20.
Good play that time by Lynn Dickey. The coverage was very good for the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, Don Smerrick had beaten his man. He's, of course, playing for the injured John Dutton and was putting all kinds of pressure on Dickey, who gave it a little pump fake, and Smerrick went up, tried to block the pass. Dickey pulled it back down, rolled to the right, and allowed Gary Ellis to get free for a moment and ramble for 8 tough yards.
1 minute, 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. J.J. John Jefferson comes out of the huddle wide to the left side. Lofton wide to the right side. 2nd down and 2. Running back to the 9. Give it to the tailback. The drive is for a yard and maybe 2. Bob Brunig coming in to make the tackle with Randy White. So they'll take a look when they get him unstacked here. At the yardage with regard to the first down. Eddie Lee Ivory carrying on the play. The tailback. 1st and 10 it is for the Green Bay Packers.
You know, the Cowboys secondary, Lindsay, has been doing a pretty good job on covering John Jefferson. J.J. with just 1 catch for 10 yards. Lofton's got 4 catches for 91. Kaufman, the tight end, 1 catch in the first half, 3 in the second half, though, for a total of 70 yards. So the Packers should go back to working the tight end over the middle, because if you're double covering John Jefferson and James Lofton, the tight end should be open, also a back coming out of the backfield.
Bill Rogers is coming to the ball game. He's a running back in there with Gary Ellis now. They double receivers to the right side. Kaufman tight end to the left side. Dickey with a quick pitch. Taken by Rogers, right side across the 25 and up to the 28, 29-yard line. Bob Brunig and Ed Too Tall Jones made the tackle. Picked up about 7 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Clock is running, and it's down to 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
That'll probably be the last play of the third quarter. And, of course, what the Packers would like to do is have some kind of a long, sustained touchdown drive right now to get back into this football game, trailing by 10 points, but also to give their defense a rest. The defense has been out there for a long time, and they've been doing a pretty good job of containing the Cowboys.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score, Dallas Cowboys 23, Green Bay Packers 13.
Talking about the Packers needing a long drive. 4 of their 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals last week came on long drives. Drives of 73, 61, and 87 yards as Dickey threw 4 touchdown passes, and Mark Murphy intercepted an errant Cardinal pass and ran one back for 22 yards. So the Green Bay Packers are capable, but certainly the Cardinal defense is not quite as solid as the flex defense of the Dallas Cowboys, who right now have got a 10-point lead left to go in regulation. Also in that playoff game last week at Green Bay at Lambeau Field, it was 20 degrees at kickoff time, or 33 degrees warmer than it had been in the most recent playoff game. That was the Ice Bowl game back in December 31st of '67 against these same Dallas Cowboys, when it was 13 degrees at Lambeau Field. You and I know about minus 13, minus 19, don't we?
We know all about that. All those numbers about the Ice Bowl and all those remarks were made before that game in Cincinnati last January. Here come the Green Bay Packers now as we start the fourth quarter. Lindsey Nelson with Jim Kelly here at Texas Stadium. Packers are trailing by 10. They have it 2nd and 3 at their own 29-yard line. Lynn Dickey up there calling starting signals. They're on a shot and a slot left. Running back's in an eye, quick pitch, and they're going to start the reverse play now. And it's Lofton carrying. He's at the 30, 35, Lofton to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Lofton cuts back to the inside, and he may go. Lofton to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's across for a touchdown. Lofton on an end around from a left foot has carried it from the 29, 71 yards for a touchdown.
If you heard some pounding, it wasn't me. It was the Green Bay coaches to our right on the glass as he went 77 yards. But I want to tell you, the veteran out of Kansas State, Lynn Dickey, set it up because he threw some kind of a block on Harvey Martin back at the 35-yard line. And James Lofton goes 80 yards. He made a great move at about the 35-yard line as he gave the hip to number 26, Michael Downs, to the inside, took it back, ran around Downs, and then against the grain went the rest of the way without even being touched by a Dallas Cowboy. We've got ourselves a football game.
Conversion attempt coming now. Stankiewicz will hold it beyond Stenerud. Stenerud is backed off. The ball is down. It is footed and it's blocked. It's blocked. The conversion attempt is no good. It is blocked. It was Rod Hill who blocked it. Rod Hill who blocked the conversion attempt, and it's a big one because the score is now the Dallas Cowboys 23, the Pack 19, and let's take time out.
If you're a loyal fan, Honda understands you because we've got a few loyal fans ourselves. According to the research people at R.L. Polk & Company, who check on these things, the 1981 new car buyer analysis shows Honda is number one in owner loyalty among all leading import cars. We think that speaks highly of Honda quality and says something about the high intelligence of loyal fans.
Hello? Mom, guess what? Your little granddaughter had the starring role in her school play, The Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog?
Yeah, we got it on her cassette recorder. Listen.
What did she play, the frog?
No.
Call me when you get a Quasar.
You know Quasar is the name to call for dependable quality products. Now, Quasar is the name for great savings. It's the Quasar Annual Fantastic Factory Sale, and it's going on now at your participating Quasar dealer.
Before that reverse run by James Lofton of 71 yards, the Packers had just 60 yards on the ground. Point after was blocked. It wasn't Stenerud's fault. Rod Hill sliced in from the left side and chopped it down. So it's a big missed extra point right now with the Dallas Cowboys leading by 4.
Hill has dropped back with Newsom to receive the kickoff now as Stenerud will kick it off from the 35-yard line. 14 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in this game. For the loser, of course, the season is open. For the winner, they advance to the National Conference Championship game against the Washington Redskins next weekend.
As Tex Schramm said in his television show this morning, the winner goes on, the loser goes out.
That's what happens. 23-19, a 4-point advantage for the Cowboys here. But time for many things to happen in this football game. Teams are poised on the field ready for a word from Gene Barth, the referee, that they're set to continue. Fans getting up and craning their necks to see some activity down in the track behind the bench areas.
They're trying to see the activity of the Dallas Cowgirls.
Don't blame them for that. There's the ball in the air, and it is taken by Rod Hill, 1 yard deep in the end zone, goal line 5. Out to the 10. And this time Hill gets it to the 20-yard line, and that's the end of the line. It was Bill Whitaker who made the stop. So now it's turn for the Cowboys to see if they can advance it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Danny White comes out to run the attack. He is quarterback to Dallas Cowboys all day. The defensive huddle is convened by the Green Bay Packers, and now they deploy it. Dorsett and Newsom are the running backs in the game for the Cowboys. Hill out to the left side. Drew Pearson out to the right side, running back in an I formation. Dropping back is White, and he throws complete to Hill across the 35-yard line. Mike McCoy made the stop there. First down and 10 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys, who pick up a neat 15 right there.
And you just knew Tom Landry would not sit on a 4-point lead against this Green Bay Packer team, not with 14-18 left to go by any stretch of the imagination. That is Tony Hill's 5th reception now for a total of 68 yards. And they're going to have to tighten things up over on the right side, they particularly being Maurice Harvey. You can't give Tony Hill that much room.
They spotted at the 36-yard line, first and 10. Wide receivers left and right. The running backs are split. Danny White bends in now, takes the snap and retreats. Throws it over the middle, and it's Dupree who grabbed it. And it's going to be marked at the 39. He was thrown back about 5 yards from there, but George Cumbie got the tackle, but the ball will be advanced and spotted at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 3 to the tight end. Second down and 7 yards to go.
Cumbie also stripped Dupree of the football, but the whistle had blown, so the line of scrimmage remains at the 39-yard line. Second and long for the Dallas Cowboys. The Packer defense now digging in. They've got to tighten up on the corners and the secondary, and certainly the front four. They can't allow Danny White that much time to throw the football. Danny with his wide receivers, Drew Pearson, Tony Hill, Cosby, Dupree will pick you apart if you get more than about 2.5 or 3 seconds to find someone open.
Pearson and Hill are double to the right side. The running backs are well split. Danny White retreats and sets it up. Now looks and looks again. He's got plenty of time. All the time in the world. Now he scrambles out to the right side. He's still got the ball. Now throws it downfield, and it is complete. Tony Hill at the 40, and now down to the 37 of the Green Bay Packers. Mike Douglas made the tackle. It's first and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys at the 37-yard line of the Green Bay Packers.
That's simply a matter of personnel. The Dallas Cowboys offensive personnel better than the Green Bay Packers defensively. Danny White had all the time in the world, and there's no reason in the world that that football should have been caught by Tony Hill. Tony simply made an outstanding individual play. He went up right in the middle of number 53, Mike Douglas, and 23, Maurice Harvey, came down with a crucial Dallas Cowboy first down.
Cowboys are leading 23-19 here in the fourth quarter. They have the ball first and 10 to the 37-yard line. Running backs in an eye. Now Dorsett pitches it back. Here's a flea flicker, and White is throwing to the end zone to Hill, and it's incomplete. Off Hill's hands in the end zone. The flea flicker from White to Dorsett to White to Hill, and Maurice Harvey was the defender down there.
Tony Hill had him beaten, though, Lindsay, by about a stride and a half. We've seen that play the last couple of weeks. They used it effectively against Tampa Bay. Cosby checks in now. Dupree checks out as Tom Landry is calling the play. That time, double coverage on Tony Hill. Back there for the Pack, Mark Lee, third year out of Washington. Also Maurice Harvey in his fourth year out of Ball State, but Hill had split the two defenders. The ball was right there by Danny White. Second and 10. Good time for the Packers to come with a blitz. Again, you can't give Danny White this much time.
12 minutes, 8 seconds left to play in the game. Wide receivers left and right. Running back to split for Danny White. White has the ball. Angles out to the right side. Looks downfield. Throws a screen back to the left side. Taken by Newsom. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Newsom is down at the 16-yard line. First and 10 Dallas at the Green Bay 16. Maurice Harvey and Mike McCoy made the stop.
That is that patented Dallas Cowboys screen that works so effectively. Danny White looks as if he's in trouble. The offensive line, just with the little check blocks right there, rolling out to the right side, allowing the Packers to get back in there and penetrate, making it look as if White doesn't know what he's doing. But all the time, Danny knows exactly where he's going. He's looking right, rolling right, comes back and throws a counter to the left side. Newsom takes it in, and then leading the blocking out there is Jim Cooper, the veteran tackle out of Temple in his 6th year. And it's all the way down outside the 16-yard line of Green Bay.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Running back to the nine, wide receivers left and right. Give it to Dorsett off the tail, and he goes inside the 10-yard line. Gets down to the 9-yard line. Picks up about 7 on the play to make it second down and 3 yards to go. Ezra Johnson and George Cumbie came in to make the tackle.
Cowboy crowd coming alive right now after that screen pass to Timmy Newsom. A concerned Bart Starr over on the Cowboy sideline, or on the Green Bay Packers sideline right now, because obviously if the Cowboys get in for a touchdown, it's back to an 11-point Dallas advantage, and that means they need to score 2 touchdowns because of that blocked extra point.
Second down play coming for the Dallas Cowboys. Dorsett now shifts into the tailback in the I formation. Dorsett's got it. Lunging forward, he gets to the 7-yard line. George Cumbie again on the tackle. Gain of about 2. They're going to take a look to see about the possible first down here. Spotted inside the 7, just short. 3rd down and inches.
Play coming in from the Cowboys sideline right now. Jay Salty, the veteran tight end out of South Carolina. Here comes Bob Newhouse on in, and Timmy Newsom will check out. If you want big plays, how about this one?
All right, the crowd is rising to the occasion. Newhouse is in there with Dorsett. They need inches on a 3rd down. They're on a tight wing left. Ball is taken by White. He rolls right, and he throws it to Cosby, and Cosby is touchdown. Danny White being mobbed by his Cowboy teammates out there at about the 20-yard line. The perfect fake into the line to Bob Newhouse, and the Packers bid on the play. And wide open out in the right flat was number 84, Doug Cosby, in his 4th year out of Santa Clara. White actually had to release the ball a little bit early. Pretty good pressure that time by number 52, George Cumbey, who got through there. But White, after the fake to Newhouse, came back after rolling to the left, stopped, put it up, and Cosby took it in from the 6-yard line. Dallas on top again by 10. Stepped in to try to make it 11. Conversion attempt coming. Carano's in to hold. And that stretch, he gets the ball. Here's the conversion. It's good. And so the Dallas Cowboys are leading by a score of 30-19. And we'll be back in just a moment.
The Village Boutique in Ridgeway invites you to attend their big winter clearance sale with 20 to 50% and more off on many items, including lingerie by Katz and Lorraine. Selected racks of children's winter clothes, size 6 months to 6X at half price. Also, Junior and Missy blouses, sweaters, and slacks. Check out the Village Boutique's bargain rack. The Village Boutique, open 9:30 to 5 Tuesday through Saturday. The Village Boutique, Ridgeway.
Farming is a complex business today with a wide variety of things that can go wrong. Your auto owner's agent knows this and has ways to help protect farmers. His Farm Pack policy offers comprehensive protection at a low package price. And his Select a Pack policy lets farmers select the exact coverage they need the most. That's auto owner.
See or call Leo L. Piper at Blankenship Insurance Agency, oldest agency in downtown El Dorado.
They are on their feet here at Texas Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys lead 30-19 against Green Bay. 9:50 left to go in this 4th quarter. And what momentum the Cowboys have regained. After a 71-yard reverse touchdown run by James Lofton, the Packers had pulled to within 4. Dallas drives right down and scores a touchdown of their own to regain the lead by 11 points.
Septien has seated up at the 35. He'll pick it off. Del Rogers is at the goal line. Huckabee on the left side. Septien is waiting for word from referee Gene Bart. Bart standing in the end zone, hands on hip. Septien still poised and waiting. Crowd, many of them on their feet now, waiting this kickoff. This crowd has begun to sense the Cowboy victory that would advance them to the game next weekend against the Washington Redskins. Here comes Septien. Sails it downfield. Rogers, 6-yard save in the end zone, drops it and simply downs it for a touchback. First and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Green Bay Packers.
The Cowboys came back after that 71-yard reverse by Lofton, and they went 80 yards and scored that touchdown. You know, yesterday in Washington, as we watched the Redskins completely dismantle the Vikings 21-7, all the Redskin people were talking about, yes, they very definitely had a preference for the NFC Championship game. They want to play the Dallas Cowboys. They want to beat the Dallas Cowboys and gain the respect they feel they've been denied so far. There's a sign down on the Dallas sideline that said, Washington only thinks they want Dallas.
First and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at their own 20-yard line. 5 receivers left and right. Kaufman tied in motion across left to right. Dickey throwing, and it's gathered in by Eddie Lee Ivey. 35-40. Penalty markers are thrown. He's out of bounds at the 45-yard line, but there are markers to be checked out. Ball is placed down at the 45 of Green Bay as the infraction is reported to the referee.
Lofton is walking backwards. It appears it will be against the Green Bay Packers. And as quickly as we say that. It's against the Dallas Cowboys. Illegal use of the hand, so the play will stand. And that's a fine reception by Eddie Lee Ivory, who coughed up the football with one fumble before. And that's a big first down for Green Bay.
With the penalty being declined, they keep the ball on the play at the 45-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Ivory comes off now.
Important, I think, Lindsay, for the Packers to keep their poise right here. Still 9:37 to go. You're down by 11 points. When you've got receivers like John Jefferson and James Lofton, you can get back into the football game in a hurry. Take what the Cowboy defense will give you now. Work on the corners. Don't throw the ball over the middle where Dennis Thurman is picked off, too.
Bill Rogers is the tailback. Tight end motion all the way across. Dickey has the ball. And he throws sideline, and it is complete. Lofton on the far side gathers it in at the 39-yard line. James Lofton hit by Dennis Thurman, upended there. It'll be a first and 10.
Simply down, pull up, and wait for the ball to arrive, and that time Thurman giving James Lofton about 5 yards, and that time Dickey put it right on the money. Interesting, I was watching Kaufman, as Lindsay called it. He was in motion to the near side. He pulled up and actually became a sixth blocker, giving Huffman some help with Too Tall Jones over on the right side. If you can give Lynn Dickey time to throw the football, he'll find the receiver.
First and 10 at the Cowboys, 39-4, the Green Bay Packers. Lone setback now. Lewis tight end motion across, and it's a tight end screen. Lewis has got the ball. He's looking, and he's staring, and he's going for a loss back at the 43-yard line. Randy White brought him down. Tight end Gary Lewis.
Lewis, in his second year out of Texas Arlington, wanted to throw the football. The man he was looking for was John Jefferson out of Arizona State down in the right corner of the end zone, but J.J. was covered. The play was kind of an ill-conceived play and took an awful long time to develop. Lewis, slow in getting the football, allowed one man to go on by, then decided to run with the football in the grasp of Randy White. You're not going to do very much running. All alone at about the 20-yard line was James Lofton, but obviously Lewis, with Randy White pursuing, never saw him.
Philip Epps is into the ball game. He's in a wide left. Second down, 14 yards to go. Green Bay at the Dallas 43-yard line. Running back to split for quarterback Lynn Dickey. Dickey has the ball. Incomplete. He was trying to get it out there, I think, to help, so maybe to his tight end. In any case, Michael Downs had a hand on it and almost picked it off. Third and 14.
Michael Downs about 10 yards closer to the football than Epps was, number 85 for the Green Bay Packers. Dickey saw the blitz coming. Rushing out from his safety position, 34 for the Dallas Cowboys, Monty Hunter. He had the big interception last week against Doug Williams, and also 59, Guy Brown. So they came with a safety and a linebacker blitz. Dickey with a quick release, but he threw it closer to a Cowboy than he did to a Packer. Third and long.
Third down and 14 yards to go for the Packers at the 43-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are leading 30-19 in the fourth quarter. Lynn Dickey has the ball. Backpedals, throws, and puts it up long to J.J. Jefferson. He can't get it at the 5. So it's incomplete and brings up a 4th and 14. Covering was Dennis Thurman.
Well, John Jefferson's just got one catch for 10 yards in this football game. That was simply a touchdown post route where he went down the right side of the football field, split the defense between number 47, Dexter Clinksdale, and 32, Dennis Thurman, was about a half a yard ahead of Thurman at the 7-yard line. One official looked at the other in checking to make sure that no flag should be thrown, and a punting situation for the Packers.
Ray Stankiewicz is coming to do the punting. Rod Hill is dropped back standing at his own 10 to receive it for the Cowboys. Larry Rubens makes the snap. Stankiewicz aims for the left corner, and it bounds out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. No run back. It'll be first and 10 at about the 7.5-yard line. Dallas gets the ball deep in their own territory.
So we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this football game. The Cowboys hoping to march to RFK Stadium in Washington. The Packer defense hoping they can dig in and force a Danny White punt and get the football back for the offense in reasonably good field position. With the score, Dallas 30 and Green Bay 19. Let's take time out.
Now is the time when you think about all you have done. It wasn't easy, never is easy, but you know your moment's come. And now is the time when you've shown yourself that you could. It wasn't easy, it never is easy, but somehow you knew that you
Cowboys have the ball first and 10. They have it at their own 8-yard line. We have 7 minutes, 40 seconds left to play. Light hanging off to his tailback, and here comes Dorsett around the left side, and he goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. They caught an official in the flow of traffic there. Mike McCoy ran him out. Drew Pearson also throwing a block for him. It'll be spotted at about the 15 for a gain of 7, make it second down, and 3 yards to go.
Big pickup for Dorsett and a big block by Pearson to allow Tony to turn the corner and pick up those 7 yards. So second down and 3 now, and that gives Danny White a little more operating room, of course.
Dallas Cowboys with an 11-point advantage here in the fourth quarter.
This is where the Cowboys get very tough. They draw on their playoff experience right now. They'll work on the clock.
Newsom is the lone setback. Dorsett has gone off the field. Wide receivers left and right. Danny White, the quarterback, retreating, standing at his own 5 and ready to throw. Throws toward the sideline and a diving attempt, but incomplete to Newsom on the 20-yard line. It'll be third down and 3 yards to go at the 15.
Now you've got an interesting third down call facing Tom Landry and Danny White. If you don't pick up the first down, you punt the football away and you give it back to the Packers at about their own 40 or 45-yard line in pretty good field position. Dorsett, you can pretty well figure, will be involved in this play in some fashion, whether he is a ball carrier, a wide receiver on a screen play, or even just used as a decoy.
It is Dorsett who has brought the play in from Tom Landry and is reporting it to Danny White in the huddle at this moment.
If I were the Packers defense, Lindsay, I'd rush both of the outside linebackers, figuring play action at least to Dorsett and try to put some pressure on White if it is a pass play, but certainly figure they're going to go wide. Well, then now they come out in the shotgun.
In the shotgun, and Danny White gets a quick direct snap. He looks to the right side, guns it, and it is intercepted at the 22 and returned for a touchdown by Mark Lee. Mark Lee, touchdown. Mark Lee, touchdown. The Green Bay Packers with 6 points.
The ball deflected off the hands of number 30, Timmy Newsom, in his third year out of Winston-Salem. And number 22 there, Mark Lee, in his third year out of Washington, ran it in. Nobody touched him for the Dallas Cowboys. And how quickly things have changed around. Lots of time left in this football game. And how about it, with just 1 second left on the 30-second clock, White snapped the ball. 22 yards for Mark Lee.
Conversion attempt coming, and recall now that Sunderud had one blocked a moment ago. Stankiewicz is on one knee at the 10-yard line to hold for him. Scores 30-25 with the conversion attempt coming. Stankiewicz waits and outstretched. The ball is down. Sunderud boots it up. This one's good. That makes it the Dallas Cowboys 30 and the Green Bay Packers 26. So with that score, we'll be back in just a moment.
Hendricks Ford in El Dorado has the new 1983 Fords in stock that are revolutionizing the auto industry. The all-new, totally redesigned Ford LTD. Lighter, more aerodynamic, and fuel efficient. The all-new mid-sized Ford Ranger. Properly equipped, it can haul as much as standard-sized trucks while using less fuel. And coming soon, Hendricks Ford will have the all-new Ford Thunderbird with the sleek styling and engineering of more expensive German imports. Hendricks Ford backs up every purchase with the finest service department in the area. That's Hendricks Ford, Route 45, El Dorado. You can be there for all the action with a Regency scanner from Egyptian Electronics. Regency scanner model D300 with 30 channels covering all the public service bands. The D300 offers more than any competitive model. The Regency model R1040 is the lowest price no crystal scanner they offer. Over 15,000 public service frequencies are now at your fingertips at a price that's less than some crystal units. That's the full line of Regency scanners, available at Egyptian Electronics, McLeansboro.
102 KSI.
Green Bay Packers have turned the football over twice by the interception, twice by the fumble. That was the first turnover against the Dallas Cowboys. And for Green Bay, it certainly came at a crucial time. 3rd and 3, just 1 tick left on the 30-second clock. Deflected pass off the hands of Danny White to Timmy Newsom. Mark Lee picked it off and went 22 yards, and the Pack is back to within 4. Dallas 30 and Green Bay 26, but all kinds of time. 7:23 left to go in this football game. And Mark Lee spiked the football halfway to Denton.
Doug Donnelly is back there deep for the first time today in place of Rod Hill. He's back there with Newsom. Newsom and Donnelly deep for the Dallas Cowboys. As Sunderud will kick it off, he is teed up at the 35-yard line. Clock says 7 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in this game. Dallas Cowboys 30 and the Green Bay Packers 26.
You and I drove halfway to Denton one night, didn't we?
We did, twice, in each direction. And now, here comes Sunderud. Boosted over to Donnelly's side of the field. Doug Donnelly at the 7-yard line. He is at the 10, at the 15, Gets back to midfield at the 20 and gets out to the 25. So the Dallas Cowboys start first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 7:14 on the clock, and they have a 4-point lead.
Now, if you're playing the numbers game, certainly you can play all sorts of numbers right now. The Dallas Cowboys, in possession of the football, would like to have a long, sustained scoring drive and put at least a touchdown up on that scoreboard once again to maintain their lead against the Green Bay Packers. If they get down to a field goal range for Septien, who's been perfect here this afternoon, a field goal would make it 33-26 or a 7-point Green Bay deficit with time left to go down and get the tying touchdown and maybe send this game into overtime. So we've got lots of football left, and this should be a wild finish.
Dorsett shifts into the tailback now. Cosby from a wing left goes in motion all the way across. Here's a quick pitch to Dorsett. He's cut off, stops, advances again, and gets across the 26-yard line. Just about no gain on that scamper. And there's a penalty marker thrown in the stack on the far side of the field.
Tempers flaring over in front of the Cowboy bench. A lot of pushing and shoving. Randy White's been involved in a couple of incidents, and number 55 for the Packers is Randy Scott in his second year out of Alabama. So let's see who this call is going to go against. If it's against Green Bay, it will nullify a pretty good defensive play that time, stopping Dorsett.
Gene Barth, the referee, coming across to indicate.
Usually these are offsetting.
Personal fouls, unnecessary roughness, 88 offense, 22 defense. The play stands. It's second down. Continuous action. The play stands. Second down.
Continuous action. They are offsetting. It was no gain. The line of scrimmage is the 26. So it is second down and 10 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Out of the huddle now, they send Drew Pearson to the right side. Tony Hill to the left side. Tony Dorsett's the lone setback. Danny White bends in to take the snap, and he's got it. Retreats to set up. And he evades the tackler and throws, and it's complete. Taken by Dupree, and Billy Joe Dupree is across the 35 to the 37-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go.
Excellent play by Danny White that time. In the arms of Richard Turner, or maybe he should have been, the second-year lineman out of Oklahoma, had a great opportunity to get Danny White. Pretty good pass protection that time by the offensive line, and finally Turner came through and instead jumped up as if to try to get the ball or block it instead of playing and going right for the midsection of Danny White. Danny pulled it back down, threw it out on the left flat to Billy Joe Dupree. First down for the playoff-proven Dallas Cowboys.
Here come the Cowboys once again up to the line. Hill to the left side, Drew Pearson to the right side. Butch Johnson is in at a wide receiver. And they try the draw play here. Moves out to about the 43-yard line. Richard Turner in on the tackle.
6 minutes and 42 seconds. It'll be about 6.5 when the ball is snapped on this play. Packers, of course, trying to get that football. You would think, Lindsay, that maybe one of the two tacklers on a particular instance when Dorsett is carrying the football might go for that football, knowing Tony's sometimes reluctance to hang on to it. Dorsett, by the way, has carried now 24 times for 101 yards, but he can cough up the football.
Got 6 on that last one, Dorsett did. His second down and 4 to go at the 42-yard line, and dropping back is White. Again, he moves out of the pocket and throws, and it is intended for Dupree, but it is incomplete. I beg your pardon, it is intended for Drew Pearson, but it's incomplete as the move was made over his shoulder by Mike McCoy.
Fans here at Texas Stadium booing, wanting pass interference. For that time, White scrambled out of the pocket just a little bit. Pearson went up for the football, but a fine defensive play by the Green Bay Packers as he was guessed over the shoulder. Mike McCoy in his second year out of Missouri. No flag.
Here comes Butch Johnson back onto the field. It's third down and 4 yards to go. Dallas at their own 42. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the game. Dallas 30, Green Bay 26.
And out of the shotgun here, the key to this play will be whether or not the Packers get any pressure on Danny White. If you give him time, it'll be a first down.
Double receivers to the right side. Direct snap. White throws, and it is Cosby completed the 50-yard line, first and 10. Tight end Doug Cosby, and the defender on the play was John Anderson. First down and 10 yards to go for Dallas. They maintain possession at their own 50, or rather at the 50-yard line.
Cosby simply drove down about 7 yards, pushed off number 59, John Anderson, in his fifth year out of Michigan. Turned to the far sideline, gathered in the pass, thrown right on the money by Danny White. First down for the Cowboys as they approach midfield. Now, if they get down another 20 yards or so, Septien will be in field goal range. So the Green Bay Packer defense has got to stop Dallas right about now.
Jay Saltley's in the ballgame now. They have a lone setback, and they're on a slot to the left. Now here's a screen left to Drew Pearson. He's looking downfield. He wants to throw it, and he does to Tony Hill. And Hill's got it. He's at the 2-yard line. Hill is now at the 1-yard line. Mike McCoy was the defender. First down and goal to go. Dallas at the Green Bay 1-yard line. Drew Pearson to Tony Hill.
And Maurice Harvey has just taken off his helmet. He's so frustrated in fourth year out of Ball State. That ball actually could have been intercepted. Danny White tossed it back to Pearson. Pearson pulled up, and that was certainly a very wobbly ball and should have been picked off by Mike McCoy, but McCoy slipped it about the 11-yard line, and Tony Hill, with a good concentration, maintained his momentum and took it down to the 1-yard line. So the Cowboys about to put this football game away and march right into RFK Stadium against the Redskins. 7 catches, 142 yards for Tony Hill.
They're asking for quiet now. Tony Dorsett and Robert Newhouse are the setbacks. They're on a tight wing left, and they give it to Newhouse. Touchdown, Dallas.
Robert Newhouse playing because Ron Springs is out with an injured knee, but of course the big play, the 49-yard pass from Drew Pearson to Tony Hill. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to go. 36-26. Dallas about to go up again by 11 big points.
Conversion attempt coming. Septien is getting his place. Serrano's in the hole for him. Septien has backed off. Serrano ready to extend the hand and take the snap. Serrano puts it down. Septien boots it up, and it's good. So it's with the score, the Dallas Cowboys 37 and the Green Bay Packers 26. Let's take time out.
To find out where you stand on all your family insurance, check with State Farm. Today's changing economy is affecting a lot of people's insurance protection. That's why people are so reassured when they get the State Farm Family Insurance Checkup. It doesn't cost anything, and whether you're insured with State Farm or not, the State Farm agent will review all your coverages: life, health, home, and car insurance. Call a State Farm agent for your family insurance checkup.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There'll be one more game after the Super Bowl this year, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl game on Sunday, February the 6th, and CBS Radio once again will be on hand in Aloha Stadium in Honolulu to bring you all the action from that game. Be sure and join Hank Stram, Jack Buck, Dick Stockton, and Brett Musburger for the NFL season finale. All the excitement getting underway at 3:50 Eastern Time, Sunday, February the 6th, on CBS Radio. The Dallas Cowboys have just about said aloha to the Green Bay Packers.
They have indeed, and the crowd is aware of that. It's a jubilant crowd here at Texas Stadium. Ball is teed up at the 35 for Rafael Septien. Del Rogers is center deep, standing at his 1-yard line to receive it for the Green Bay Packers. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in this game. Cowboys are leading the Packers 37-26. Here comes Septien. Sails it downfield. Back into the end zone, 5 yards deep. It's going to be run out by Rogers. 5, 10, 15. Hits his own man and the tackle from behind at the 18-yard line. Danny Spradlin brought him down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Green Bay Packers at their own 18-yard line.
And leading by 11 points with 4:14 left to go. So the veteran Dallas Doomsday defense will dig in right now. The front four able to tee off. They know Lynn Dickey's got to throw the football early and often. They can't really afford to waste any time with the rushing game. What Dickey has got to do, though, is be patient and take what the Dallas defense will give you, and that's working on the corners. Don't throw it over the middle, and maybe work to the tight end once again. They've got to be very careful because an interception here, and it's all over. 4:14 left to go. Still, if they can get a touchdown with about 2 minutes or a little under 2 minutes left to go and then maybe hold the Dallas Cowboys, they'll have a shot, but they've got to get in for that first touchdown, but they can't get greedy. You can't throw long against this Dallas defense.
Epps to the left side, Lofton, and Jefferson to the right side. Dickey is throwing to Epps. And he can't get it. Michael Downs is the man who made the move there. The defender is incomplete.
Well, if that's the Green Bay philosophy, they might as well pack up and go back to Green Bay. They're not going to be able to get back into this football game throwing into double coverage, and that's right what they did. And Downs was closer to the football than Epps.
Spotted again at the 18-yard line, second down and 10 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers, who are trailing by 11 points. The winner, of course, goes on to play the Washington Redskins next weekend in the National Conference Championship game. Wide receivers left and right. Jefferson spots to the right side. Running backs are evened up for Dickey. Now Dickey retreats and guns it incomplete. He was trying to aim it in there at Jerry Ellis or Phillip Elps, one of the two. Incomplete in any case. 3rd and 10.
And the Green Bay Packers season may come down to this play. 3rd and 10 from their own 18-yard line. You take a look, John Jefferson, 1 catch for 10 yards. Lofton has 5 catches for 107 yards. Kaufman 4 for 70. But the fact that the Dallas defense has held John Jefferson to just 1 catch after the great game that J.J. had last week against the St. Louis Cardinals, over 148 yards. That's been one of the differences in this football game.
Here's the 3rd down play now as Lynn Dickey waits. He's got the ball. He's dropping back. He scrambles out, and he's sacked. Back at the 7-yard line. Hit. Too tall. Jones has sacked Dickey at the 7.
Well, we said at the beginning of the broadcast that the key to the football game would be the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers and whether or not Lynn Dickey had time to throw the football. At the most crucial point, the Packer offensive line broke down, and Too Tall Jones sacked Dickey, and it's not Lynn's fault. He's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. He's been around 12 years out of Kansas State, had a lot of injuries, and now the Packers will punt the football away from their own end zone and give it back to the Dallas Cowboys in good field position.
On a 4th and 21, Stankiewicz is 8 yards deep in the end zone to kick. Hill is standing at the 50-yard line to receive it. Stankiewicz gets the snap. Long, high spiraling kick. Rod Hill is retreating. He's got it at his 43. Runs right to the 45. 50 to the Green Bay 45, and he's brought down there. So it will be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Green Bay for the Dallas Cowboys. Cliff Lewis made the stop. So the Cowboys are leading at 37-26. They have the ball in Green Bay territory with only 3 minutes, 26 seconds left to play. Let's pause 5 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the CBS Radio Network.
It's 6 o'clock. You're listening to WKSI El Dorado. It's 30 degrees on the outside.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Jim Kelly here at Texas Stadium. That punt with a 49-yarder by Stankiewicz, returned 12 yards by Rod Hill. Cowboys 1st and 10 at their own at the Green Bay 45-yard line. Dorsett and Newhouse for the setback, shifting into an I formation for Danny White. Give it to Dorsett, and he's hit just as he got the football. Took a loss on the play back to the 49. John Anderson on the tackle, a loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
And, of course, if they hit Dorsett just a fraction of a second earlier, Tony might have coughed up the football. Excellent penetration that time by Anderson, who got there almost as the football did. And that's what the Packers have got to do right now. Force some kind of a turnover and set up the offense in good field position. Clock, of course, working against Green Bay, but they'd like to get another touchdown to chop it down to within 4 and hope that something dramatic would happen in the last minute and a half or so. Both the Packers and the Cowboys with 3 timeouts remaining.
Randy Scott is called the next defensive alignment, relayed to him from the sideline. 2nd down 14 at the 49. Dorsett takes the pitch, goes to the right side. Now turns it on, tries to turn the corner and gets back to about 47, 48. Penalty marker thrown over there. Johnny Gray made the stop there as a marker. And it's being checked out. Reported to Gene Barth, the referee. Face mask against the Green Bay Packers is the preliminary indication. So Barth will come back and enforce that at the inbound marker from the 48-yard line. And it's a big one. That's the flagrant one. It's going to be a 1st down at the 32-yard line.
Personal foul, grasping and pulling on the face mask. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Grasping and pulling on the face mask. A 15-yarder gives Dallas the ball at the Green Bay 32. 1st and 10. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left to play in the game. Cowboys leading 37-26. Running back to well split now for Danny White. Cosby and Dupree, 2 tight ends in the ball game. Giving it off, and it's fumbled by Dorsett. The scramble is on. Picked up by the Green Bay Packers, and Ezra Johnson has it. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. As Dorsett fumbles with 2:30 on the clock, Green Bay gets it.
Well, that's what we had talked about for most of the fourth quarter. What the Packers had to do was penetrate and hit Dorsett, and finally they came up with their second turnover. Dorsett really never had the possession of the football. Bobbled as that he hit the line. Ezra Johnson picked it up, big number 90, and lumbered for about 4 or 5 yards with it. And it's a turnover at the 35-yard line. So the Packers get a break. They've got 2.5 minutes left to go, 3 timeouts left to go. And again, if Green Bay will take what the Dallas defense will give them rather than go for the long bomb, they can get back into this football game.
6 defensive backs into the ball game for the Dallas Cowboys. 1st and 10, Green Bay at their own 35. Then Dickey retreating. Penalty marker thrown at the line of scrimmage, and Dickey now is pulled down. Dickey is pulled down before he could release the ball by Randy White. But there are markers to be checked out along the line of scrimmage. Dickey is still down.
He was more than in the control and the grasp of Randy White. White had him up around the midsection, and Too Tall Jones had him down low, and they almost broke him in two like a pretzel, and Lynn is hurt down at the 25-yard line of Green Bay. But as Lindsay said, there was a penalty flag, and the Cowboys, 2 of them jumped off sides, so the sack will be nullified. It'll move it up to the 40-yard line and bring up 1st and 5 for the Packers. But of more concern, here's Gene Barth, the condition of Lynn Dickey.
Gene Barth has gone practically incommunicado once again, and he has placed the ball down at the 40-yard line, and still members of the training staff of the Green Bay Packers are out there seeing about Lynn Dickey, the quarterback,
who missed 14 games in 72 with a hip injury. He's had a history of hip and shoulder and knee problems. And right now, it doesn't look as if Lynn's going to be able to finish up this football game. He's being attended to. He's down on one knee at the 25-yard line. So if you're interested, the backup quarterback is David Whitehurst, who for his career is a 51% completion passer, over 6,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 49 interceptions. So far this season, Whitehurst is 18 of 47 for 235 yards, hitting at about a 39% clip. He's thrown no touchdowns and 1 interception. And Lynn Dickey, who is 17 of 32, will leave. So right now, the fate of the Green Bay Packers in the hands of backup David Whitehurst.
David Whitehurst, who played his college football at Furman, brings them up there 1st and 5 at the 40-yard line. Running backs a split for David Whitehurst. Wide receivers left and right. And it's handed off in running room for Ellis. He's at the 50, the 45, and down to the 43-yard line. Michael Downs brings him down.
Packers go to the hurry-up offense. 15, 14, 13 left to go before the 2-minute warning, trying to conserve desperately their timeouts. Down to 9 seconds now, and Whitehurst calls the audible.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Whitehurst retreats, sets and looks. And now he is sacked before he can get rid of it. Don Smerrick. Don Smerrick was over the top and pulled him down back there at the 47-yard line. And now we've reached the 2-minute warning. And the automatic timeout that goes with the 2-minute warning. So with the score, the Dallas Cowboys 37, the Green Bay Packers 26. Let's take timeout.
In today's driving game, there are certain penalties for owning a status car, like the expense of buying it and maintaining it. But this year, we have a sensible solution. The Honda Accord LX hatchback with an elegant interior and standard features like variable assist, power steering, and air conditioning for luxury you can afford, even if status is the last thing on your mind.
Be sure and join us here on CBS Radio for next weekend's NFC and AFC championship games, which of course will determine the teams that go on to Super Bowl 17. On Saturday, the Redskins of Washington at RFK Stadium play host to the winner of this game, the Dallas Cowboys, or the Green Bay Packers. And certainly right now it looks as if the Dallas Cowboys will be in the NFC championship game for the 4th straight year. Then on Sunday, Miami plays at home against the New York Jets. And on the Saturday game, our airtime will be at 12:15 Saturday Eastern Time, 12:45 on Sunday Eastern Time from the Orange Bowl in Miami. Hank Stram and Jack Buck, along with Dick Stockton and Brett Musburger, will have all the action and excitement for you right here from CBS Radio Sports. The NFC Championship and the AFC next weekend.
Lynn Dickey has come back into the ballgame. A long conference with Bart Starr before he came back onto the field. Dickey is in the huddle just now. Clock starts on the snap, 1:59 to play. Cowboys 37, Packers 26. And here come the Packers, 2nd and 15 at the Cowboys 48-yard line. Lynn Dickey bidding in and ready to take the snap. They're in a slot left, wide receivers left and right. And again, they try that draw play with Ellis carrying to the 45-yard line. Anthony Dickerson made the tackle, a gain of only 3 this time on the draw. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Green Bay Packers.
Stupid call. Not only do you not pick up any yardage, the Dallas Cowboys collapse, use up some valuable time, and you're down not by a touchdown, you're down by 11.
Dickey now going long, and it's Jefferson, and he's got it inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. And they call a timeout immediately. It's going to be spotted at the 16-yard line. J.J. is down on one knee. Sort of stretches it out a little, is limping over toward the sideline. But the Green Bay Packers have it 1st down and 10 yards to go. At the 16-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Downs made the stop.
That was only the 2nd reception in the football game for John Jefferson. He ran a corner out pattern. He beat Dennis Thurman, and the ball was thrown right on the money by Lynn Dickey. So the veteran out of Kansas State came back in despite the injury. John Johnson took quite a pop after he caught the football, but he sets them up 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. J.J. is down now at about the 27-yard line, massaging that right knee, but he'll stay in there, as will James Lofton. Dickey checks back in, and now number 81 checks in as well. Gary Lewis, who's another tight end out of Texas Arlington. So the Packers are 16 yards away from closing to within about 4 or 5 points. Dickey, 18 of 33, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 327 yards. The Packers have 2 timeouts. They've got a minute and a half left to go, so you can probably expect, look for the tight end Kaufman, because Johnson and Lofton, or Jefferson rather, Jefferson and Lofton will be double covered. You can also look for either J.J. or Lofton to run a post pattern.
1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at the Cowboys' 16-yard line. A minute and a half. The clock starts on the snap. Cowboys are leading 37-26 on an 11-point advantage. Green Bay will try to score and then take their chances with the onside kick. Dickey retreating now, throws out to the right side, intended for Ellis, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line. Gary Ellis, covered by Anthony Dickerson. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line for the Packers. And here comes Phillip Epps, the rookie from TCU, on with the next play.
That used up just 4 seconds, the incompletion to Ellis looping out of the backfield. Had he caught the ball, he would have gotten out of bounds at about the 9. It would have been a short pickup of 7. Let's see what Bart Starr's philosophy is going to be now, whether he's going to continue to work on the corners or whether he'll allow Dickey to throw it over the middle and they go for all of it here in the touchdown.
Here come the Packers. Lofton to the left side, double receivers to the right side, Epps and Jefferson.
Double coverage to the right side, single coverage on Lofton to the left.
Jefferson in motion back toward the inside. Dickey retreats, throws over the middle. And it is Paul Kaufman, the tight end. Paul Kaufman is there at the 11-yard line. It's spotted there, a gain of 5 on the play, makes it 3rd and 5. Anthony Dickerson made this hit, and the clock is running with 1:08 remaining to be played in this game.
Now Dickey finally will take a timeout. The Packers very confused. Kaufman was injured. He took some kind of a hit from number 51, Anthony Dickerson, a Mustang out of SMU. As soon as he caught that football, Kaufman was airborne. Dickerson put the shoulder and helmet pad into him at the 11-yard line, and the Packers were confused. Dickey will check over with Bart Starr right now with 1:04 left to go and only 1 timeout remaining. So the Packers must get into the end zone. It's crucial, of course, when you're down 37-26. If they get the touchdown and the point after, they would close to within 4 points, 37-33. And as Lindsay said, then take their chances with the onside kick and the veteran Jan Stenerud. Of course, all of that is academic if they don't get into the end zone.
Green Bay Packers, the members of the training staff out there now. Coming over to the sideline is Jensen, who has just been out there, Jim Jensen. And he has come off now, and he's standing just to the right of Bart Starr along the sideline. Jensen is a running back from Iowa, 235-pounder. Dallas Cowboys, meanwhile, are convening a defensive huddle before deploying. Clock will start on the snap with 1:04 remaining to be played in this game. Here comes Lynn Dickey back onto the field now.
You don't think the Cowboys will come with a blitz, do you? They'll throw everybody but Mrs. Tom Landry at Dickey on this play.
You're so right. Here they come now. The Green Bay Packers, trailing by 11 points in the ball game. And the crowd is rising to the occasion of this play. Lofton to the left side. Double receivers to the right side. Lynn Dickey, the quarterback. Third down and 5 yards to go. Motion back to the inside by Jefferson. Pass to Jefferson, and it is intercepted in the end zone. And being run out by Thurman. His third interception of the day. Dennis Thurman stopped at the 11-yard line. Dennis Thurman of Southern Cal with 3 interceptions today. And that should just about wind it up with the Dallas Cowboys having it 1st and 10 at their 11. The interception was in the end zone.
Not much you can say about it when you turn the ball over 3 times by interception and twice by fumble, 5 turnovers. Not quite sure exactly where Dickey wanted to go with the ball. Apparently to Jefferson over the middle, and it was a little bit behind him. And Jefferson and Dickey have not been on the same course all afternoon. So Green Bay with just 1 timeout left has 56 seconds, and the Dallas Cowboys will be into the NFC Championship game against the Washington Redskins next weekend at RFK Stadium. So the Redskins, who said all along they wanted the Cowboys, will get their wish.
Newhouse door set are the running backs. It's taken by quarterback Danny White, who simply hits the deck, and timeout taken by the Green Bay Packers, their last. They've spent their last timeout, as would be expected right here. 53 seconds left on the clock. Ball was just taken by White. He hit the deck, but after this, of course, the Dallas Cowboys have possession, and the Green Bay Packers cannot subsequently stop the clock. Players resumed. It'll be 2nd down and 11 at the 10-yard line. But this is the case of the Dallas Cowboys having it pretty well wrapped up and on their way to RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. to play the Washington Redskins. And that is a big rivalry. Has been no love lost between the Cowboys and the Redskins.
Cowboys, of course, will be in their 3rd straight NFC Championship game. They lost 2 years ago, 20-7, at Philadelphia at Veterans Stadium. And they lost last year. Who will forget Dwight Clark and that great catch of the San Francisco 49ers when they pulled it out 28-27.
All right, the Cowboys are ready to go again. They're up there. Danny White waiting to take the snap and hit the deck. He does. Drops right down to one knee. And the clock is running, and the Green Bay Packers cannot stop it. It's 46-45 and counting. So slowly, the Dallas Cowboys go back. Ball is marked ready for play, and the 30-second clock starts. Dallas Cowboys are huddling back near their own goal line. The game clock says 30 seconds, and the 30-second clock says 18 seconds. So here they come. They'll do that one more time. The snap to White, and that's all that will be necessary because the game clock says 22. White waits. He's got it, hits the deck, and now they need put the ball in play no more. They can let the clock run out. It's at 15 seconds, but it will simply run out here, and the Dallas Cowboys will have won the football game. Fans are coming onto the field, a few. Photographers are coming out. Ball players reserved from either side. 1 second, and the game is over. The Dallas Cowboys have defeated the Green Bay Packers, and the Dallas Cowboys will play the Washington Redskins for the National Conference Championship. Ball players now meeting each other, a few handshakes around. But the Cowboys have won it by a score of 37-26.
So Tom Landry, the dean of the NFL coaches in his 23rd season, has now won his 20th playoff game, more than any other coach in the history of the National Football League. We told you at the top of the broadcast he is the 3rd winningest coach in NFL history. He just picks up his, well, it's not a regular season win. He has 202 wins during the regular season. He is now 20-13 in the playoffs.